all too much. Oh no, that you go, couldn't make you stay. And I don't wanna freak you out, but you're all that I think about. I swear down, nothing feels so good as when we're staying out. Sweet talk in the morning into turning round, so we never have to call it a day. Nothing feels so good. Swear down, nothing feels so good as when we're staying out. Sweet talk in the morning into turning round, so we never have to call it a day. Nothing feels so good. Don't waste the sundown alone. We'll chase the night around the globe. Don't waste the sundown alone. We'll chase the night around the globe. And I don't wanna freak you out, but it's all I can think about. I swear down, nothing feels so good as when we're staying out. Sweet talk in the morning into turning round, so we never have to call it a day. Nothing feels so good. Nothing ever feels so good. Nothing feels so good. Last night was your first and only chance to get right. Instead of lying through your teeth, baby, your eyes tell 1,000 words that you're trying to hide. And now they're crying over me. You did me wrong. Now suddenly I'm everything you need and I'm moving on. You're begging me to stay when I'ma leave, leave. I gave all my heart to you for nothing. Yeah, we could have been something, but I don't want your love again. No, I'm good. If you think I'm over it, then you should. Cause if you really love me, you wouldn't double cross me. Nah, I don't want your love again. No, I'm good. So tired of you calling me up, trying to change my mind. When it's you that blurred the lines, yeah. You did me wrong. Now suddenly I'm everything you need and I'm moving on. You're begging me to stay when I'ma leave. I gave all my heart to you for nothing. Yeah, we could have been something, but I don't want your love again. No, I'm good. If you think I'm over it, then you should. Cause if you really love me, you wouldn't double cross me. Nah, I don't want your love again. No, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want your love. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I don't want your love. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. I don't want your love again. No, I'm good. If you think I'm over it, then you should. Cause if you really love me, you wouldn't double cross me. Nah, I don't want your love again. No, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want your love. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I don't want your love. I'm good. I'm good. I've been waiting for days, losing my sanity, lying wide awake, yeah, standing on no energy. I'm seeing double vision, need some adrenaline. My body's on a mission, give me a medicine. Only a touch and take the edge off. I need someone that can fix me up. You got my mind tripping without you. Feeling my heart race over time, and it hit like a drug, spinning without you. Hallucinating your body over mine. You're like a bad addiction with good intentions. I can't give you up inside. You got my heart tripping without you, tripping without you. So high, I got rainbow eyes, 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 eyes. I got rainbow eyes, 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 eyes. I got rainbow eyes. I'm imagining your skin pressing up against my heart. Hear you whispering, yeah, looking like a work of art. I'm seeing double vision, need some adrenaline. My body's on a mission, give me a medicine. Only a touch and take the edge off. I need someone that can fix me up. You got my mind tripping without you. Feeling my heart race over time, and it hit like a drug, spinning without you. Hallucinating your body over mine. You're like a bad addiction with good intentions. I can't give you up inside. You got my heart tripping without you, tripping without you. So high, I got rainbow eyes, 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 eyes. I got rainbow eyes, 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 eyes. I got rainbow eyes. It's like I'm flying above, floating up in the clouds, whoa, like a rocket alive, lighting up in the sky, whoa. It's like I'm flying above, floating up in the clouds, whoa, like a rocket alive, hey, whoa. You got my mind tripping without you. Feeling my heart race over time, and it hit like a drug, spinning without you. Hallucinating your body over mine. You're like a bad addiction with good intentions. I can't give you up inside. You got my heart tripping without you, tripping without you. So high, I got rainbow eyes, 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 eyes. I got rainbow eyes, 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 eyes. I got rainbow eyes.
I don't know how people do it because I just can't.
Hey, what you say, what you say? If I said I love you, babe, oh, would you go, would you run away? Oh, would it change how you feel? Would it make it all surreal? Oh, would you go, could I make you stay? And I don't wanna freak you out, but it's all I can think about. I swear down, nothing feels so good as when we're staying out. Sweet talk in the morning into turning round, so we never have to call it a day. Nothing feels so good. Hey, you're displayed in a frame at the center of my brain, reaching to each of the corners, babe. Blush if it's more than a crush. Have I made this all too much? Oh no, that you go, could I make you stay? And I don't wanna freak you out, but you're all that I think about. I swear down, nothing feels so good as when we're staying out. Sweet talk in the morning into turning round, so we never have to call it a day. Nothing feels so good. Swear down, nothing feels so good as when we're Last night was your first and only chance to get right. Instead of lying through your teeth, baby, your eyes tell 1,000 words that you're trying to hide. And now they're crying over me. You did me wrong. Now suddenly I'm everything you need and I'm moving on. You're begging me to stay when I'ma leave, leave, leave. I gave all my heart to you for nothing. Yeah, we could have been something, but I don't want your love again. No, I'm good, I'm good.
Hello and welcome to the Welsh Esports League. We're back again with week 2 of the Dota 2 action. I'm Kit and I'm joined here by Lude once again. How you doing, Lude?
You can't get rid of me just yet. Ow, it hurts to laugh.
Are you
Yeah.
okay?
Let's see what happens by the end of today, shall we? We almost didn't make it to this, folks.
Yeah,
Pretty exciting times.
couple of delays, couple of little sneaky bits, but we're here now and we have a game for you. So I think we're just going to get straight into it. We're going to be watching the Swans versus the Goats, and I do believe we are
Just
almost ready. Oh, connection failures. Uh-oh. Oh, I knew it was too good to be true. We'll get underway as soon as we can. Now, Lude, how are you feeling about this game?
well, these are the two teams that were the two strongest from the previous uh, streams. So it's going to be really interesting to see these two Welsh titans absolutely smash against each other. I'm hoping that it doesn't end up like the last time most of these players met, where it kind of end up a little bit of a wash. I feel like in theory, um, we've got a good chance for the we've got a good chance here um for either side to really be able to kind of make a foothold, and then I reckon there's a good chance of the other teams be able to turn the tide. I feel like of the series where either of these teams are going to have a problem, it's likely to be this one.
Yes, I think
Um,
that's definitely true, and I also think that we're much more likely to see a little bit of back and forth action this game. You know,
yeah,
we've seen a couple of teams holding out. We've seen some teams, trying to make some plays even when they're looking a little bit behind. But I don't think we're going to have seen anything like we'll see this kind of toing and froing in this game. Now, I think we are now all into this lobby, so we can take a little bit of a look at the draft. So let's head on over. If
and
it decides to load. There we go.
straight away with the Void Spirit and the Spirit Breaker and the Techies bans, respectively. Just get these heroes out of this game. Techies is
10
uh,
seconds
an
remaining.
absolute menace at the moment, and Spirit Breaker is just stupid. Kit, it's a ridiculous hero. Went from kind of bad to one of the most overbuffed heroes. And on the topic of overbuffed heroes, Swans waste no time in jumping for the actual most busted hero of the patch in the Wind Ranger. This hero is stupid. This hero, when you build a Gleipnir, this hero gets like 70 odd damage.
Yeah.
It's not okay.
Beastmaster.
Oh, other silly heroes coming out. Lord, they are
This
speeding
is a
through
very
this draft.
fast pick phase here. These two teams really know what they want to do, and they're just gunning through this this
You know what
draft.
it is? They were spent so long waiting for one of the players to actually be able to make it here that I think that they've had enough time to sort of just theory craft what they think the draft's going to be anyway. And I
Yeah,
feel
they've
that
kind of decided this is what we're playing, haven't they?
yeah, we're seeing a little bit more Venge. I don't know how much of the DPC you've been watching and Dream League, but pardon me, I'm so sorry. Venge is starting to slowly get picked up a little bit more. Um, we're also seeing a lot of Arc Warden at the moment, especially BZM on OG's playing it quite a lot and
Hmm.
is really showing some crazy stuff. So that's hardly surprising that a hero like that is on these sort of high skill players' radars. And people are still banning Pango because again, universal hero shenanigans. I feel like uh, Pango's a hero that kind of does okay against Wind Ranger, so it makes sense to get rid of it.
I think that's a fair assessment. Helps with a Wind Ranger to be able to get these heroes either stunned up with the shackle shot or just have them in one place to not have to run across the entire map with the with the ult. And Pangolier will definitely make you run across the entire map if you try and ult this boy. So it does make sense that you wouldn't really want to be putting it out there. So I do
Also,
understand.
you don't want to channel, you don't want to stand and channel you don't want to stand and channel your power shot because the Pangalango can just swashbuckle you or indeed roll into you or even just shield crash. Like you don't necessarily want to stand still against this hero, so it makes sense to get rid of it. The
Definitely.
Monkey Kong getting banned over on the goats again. Seeing a lot of our boy Sun Wukong getting picked up at the moment, so that's another hero that kind of makes sense to get rid of. The Winter Wyvern ban.
Oh, now do you know what that tells me?
What
That
does that
tells
tell you?
me a couple of things. It's a Winter Wyvern ban, and this is just my experience with one of my closest friends here. A Winter Wyvern ban is one of the setups for a channeling alt that you would like to BKB whilst you channel, because
Mm,
the Venge and the Winter Wyvern are both very good counters against it. These
are you
things like
thinking?
an enigma.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
Enigma straight
yeah,
away. And another thing is that Winter Wyvern's another universal hero. And honestly, have you seen offlane Wyvern? I
yeah.
mean, not that it's gonna be a thing, and it wouldn't have been a thing for the goats here in this instance because they've already got a Beastmaster. But Wyvern is surprisingly diverse.
Yes, Wyvern has
Medusa
always
getting
been very good, so I'm quite pleased to see that she's being a little bit more respected now. With some of these bans that are coming out, I think she's extra good now. The universal buff has come out because every hero that got changed to a universal hero has pretty much had a nice little uptick in some win rates recently. So maybe
yeah,
overtuned.
yeah. I had a game the other day as Bane, and Bane doesn't feel like a hero that you'd think would really feel it much. And in
Oh,
the
but
early
it
laning
does.
stage, I felt like a god. Honestly, I have no idea what this change is, and I don't know how long they're going to keep it. But I personally think that it's I really liked the shake-up of it.
The shakeup is good, but I think there's going to be a little changes coming out. A couple of tweaks.
I mean, they moved it from 0.6 to 0.7, so they've already they tuned it upwards. What are they gonna do? 0.65 maybe, but that feels a bit weird at this stage. Goat's taking a bit more of their time thinking about this one. I mean, at this stage, we're seeing a lot of Batrider being picked up as a support. I mean, it could be flexed mid, but I don't think the Goats want to give away two of their cores early doors. Um, I think the goats are going to be wanting to think about their pulse 5 here. I mean,
Yeah, it's nice to
could
keep the
maybe look at
flexibility open
Champion.
by.
Legion Commander.
Oh, okay.
Dresden, interesting. Okay.
What I was gonna say is it's nice to keep the flexibility open when it comes to supports to a little bit later down the line, but at the same time, you really don't want to be handing over all these core picks too early.
I mean,
A nice
Legion
little bit of
can be
peppering.
played as
Dire's turn to pick.
Oh, ha! That's
Skywrath
another
Mage.
interesting thing to think about. The Wyvern also has a couple of interesting interactions potentially potentially with Axe. Although generally speaking, I
10
personally would rather
seconds.
have a Wyvern in my team along with Axe. But
5 seconds.
we're seeing a lot more. Axe is really interesting because we're now seeing, for the most part, from the offlane. Offlane is pretty much cookie cutter. It's you build your mana boots, you build your vanguard, you break both of those things down, and oh whoops, you've got half of an Octarine core already, and then you go auras,
Yes.
and it's just
Radiant's
stupid.
turn to
Axe is seemingly
Venomancer.
only. What is this lineup from the goats? Honestly, have no idea. I mean, I feel like the Venomancer. Okay, now we've had the Venomancer. I feel like this is the Veno 4, Batrider 5.
seconds remain.
Probably carry Legion. So we need the
5
mid for the
seconds.
goats. As I was saying about the Axe, though, Axe is
It is
basically one of the
Diamond's
only. I don't know how much in terms of content creators you follow. I watched a Jenkins video recently where he talked about basically the exception to the rule of you either go the auras or you go the harpoon build. The
10
exception to that rule is
seconds.
Axe. Axe is still the offlaner that can get away with
5
going
seconds remain.
his normal route of the blink and the blade mail, just because the changes to his counter helix. When I first read it, I thought, okay, so I have to take all these hits all the time before I spin. Like, that's awful. Then I started playing it and realizing, oh no, you take those hits constantly
10
when you
seconds
jump the right
remain.
way. So it's it's really strong.
Yeah, it's pretty good at the moment. Speaking of Vanguard into Octarine, I am a big believer of these Octarine desiring position 3s and 4s, picking up an early Vanguard just to help with a bit of a harass. I completely bamboozled my stack with a Vanguard Quap recently, and it feels good. It feels really good, and you do see the benefits from it. That early health regen.
I played with one the other day, and yeah, it's really good because you can just get that early Octarine, and it's silly. And even with Beastmaster is a hero that wouldn't
10
necessarily
seconds
mind too
remain.
much about an Octarine because he could go the Wild Axes
5
route,
seconds
and
remain.
the damage of that really stacks up.
Yeah, it starts
They
coming out
both-
pretty thick and fast.
So they both most likely need mids. I mean, they could flex the Skywrath to mid, but I doubt they
Dire
will.
must choose.
Oh, actually, it's
Interesting.
okay. It's wind. Never mind. No, what am I thinking? It's Wind Ranger mid. It's Wind Ranger mid. Venge and Sky is the. Yeah, what was I thinking? They banned Slark and Morphling. I apparently
10
can't read.
seconds.
Yeah, no, Abaddon carry could be really good here. It's also
5
really good
seconds.
against the Beastmaster, the Batrider, the Venomancer to an extent.
Choose your hero.
It's even good against Magnus. I think this Abaddon pick for the Swans is really, really slotted perfectly into their draft here, because you can even use Borrowed Time to break out of Reverse Polarity. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Kit, if the goats actually have an answer for this Abaddon.
I'm not sure if the goats have realised that 5 offlane heroes is an interesting draft.
Yeah, this is
That is a very, at least traditionally offlane heavy draft there. And I mean, we do still have a lot of damage coming out in power. Very good to add to the damage, especially when you've got a couple of very hard-hitting melee heroes here. This LC can kind of rack up some damage pretty quickly as well, but a lot of these heroes are good because they provide a lot of sustained damage for the hits that they can take, and I'm not
Prepare for
100%
battle.
sure how this is gonna work, really.
So, where's this? So I'm just trying to work out. Okay, yeah, it looks like the Beastmaster's already queuing up. Already got an idea that they want to go the Drums of Slom build.
Probably wise. I think your best bet here is just going for HP. Does look like we're going to get an early fight here. Going to get a stun off onto this Bat Rider. Axe is coming out through all of the Goats team here to take a lot of damage. Getting a lot going on onto this Abaddon here. Going to take him down, but be able to pick up the Deny, which is a nice start to your game. Might lose the Venge in return for this, getting a lot of a lot of spells coming through. So they'll pick up First Blood anyway. Skywrath might need to be a little bit careful here. Another set of axes coming through. Yeah, the Flame Break back will mean that they'll be able to pick up a double kill there on the LC. Not a great start here for the Swans, but it is only 2 kills instead of 3.
So while I said that I do feel that later on, I think this Abaddon's going to be a really good answer to a lot of these heroes. Good way to deal with Abaddon early on is just throw yourself at him, because I thought his shield is not great early level. It's only 110 barrier, and that's negligible.
Tried to go for a cheeky little deny on the mid bounty rune there with the Wind Ranger, but couldn't quite hit it in time.
Mid Beastmaster, I've not seen this in a while. Proper blast from the past there.
I think it's a good way to go against this Wind Ranger. You know, you'll still have quite a lot of damage being able to come out when she brings out Wind Run, so...
Yeah, the harass from these wild axes is really not going to be nice.
I think this is a really good way to lane this here.
It's another universal hero, so it gets absurd amounts of damage. Imagine a world where you can go to a lane with 4 branches and a set of tangos, and that's a perfectly good starting build. A++ to 7.33. What a game! Love it.
We are seeing a lot of harass coming out in all of these lanes here. Obviously, the Goats took quite a lot of damage on their quest for First Blood. So, well, their quest for First, Second, and technically Third Blood as well. But it's meaning that there's just a lot of harass coming out in pretty much every lane at the moment. Getting a couple of these heroes quite low. Gonna be able to get a silence onto this LC bot, and they'll be able to pick up the kill there onto the Abaddon. Nice way to start bringing your game back there. You really feels bad to die as the first hero on the map when you're the position 1, so picking up these early kills is really helpful.
Yeah, looks like no frills, just straight for the fairly standard. Go for those phase boots, maybe get like a value bracer, just the tank ability from the extra damage and the little bit of extra health regen that it gives you, which is, you know, it's pretty fine considering Abaddon used to be strength, so we used to like bracers anyway. It's pretty nice, I'd say.
Yeah, it's quite a nice lane here to have the shield in as well. You know, you've got your Venno, who does deal quite a few dots, so just being able to purge those off is quite nice. Getting a little bit low on the Abaddon here. I think he's just kind of trying to draw them in with the shield, and got a wand as well. Be able to turn back onto this LC and be able to pick up the kill as well. Nice to get the last hit onto this Abaddon. See if they can chase down the Venomancer as well. Gonna pop the Fairy Fire. Gonna have to dive tower a little bit, but the shield popping will kill him off. You might die here though.
At that point, Abaddon's happy with that though. Gets a nice refill. The Venge is going to be able to go and get the Lotus Flower, and then probably even has time to go and get the rune, to be honest.
Ooh, over in mid, this Wind Ranger has gone pretty low. I have rotated the Venomancer to do a little bit of a bottle refill, but it looks like he's just going to go straight down to bot there. Getting a lot of damage here with these wild axes, though. This is a difficult lane for this Wind Ranger.
I think it take another hit. I think. No, 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 just about to arrive.
Ooh.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just
I
about
think
to arrive.
Neb, is he gonna give up? Not yet. Can he get through?
Radiant should
Ah,
look to
gonna
their
miss.
middle tower.
Nice try, but not quite. Has chased out the Wind Ranger from mid, but equally, the
There
Wind
is
Ranger
little
has
hope for
drawn out
Radiant's middle
the
tower.
Beast from mid, so...
The Beastmaster was still in a position to be able to go in. He's still been able to pull the creep aggro, so he's not really missed creeps, whereas the Wind Ranger has. So
Dire should
I'd say
look
that's
to their
still
middle tower.
absolutely in the favor of the Beastmaster there. 22 and 10 to Wind Rangers 12 and 2. This is an absolute routing on this lane, I'd say.
Yeah, it's looking pretty rough here. Got a couple of little skirmishes going on in the side lanes as well. Gonna try and get a call off in top to see if we can get any damage onto this Magnus and the Beastmaster. I'm gonna spin off, but gonna get skewered back under tower. Will be a kill there for the Ghost, and we'll be able to pick up the
That was-
double as well.
Really lovely team play there on the flame break into the skewer there. Really good job from Jim and Iggy there.
Yeah, very nicely played fight there. Gotta just have a little bit of patience here with some of these skill combinations. So nice to see them exercising that as well. Minor
the-
skirmishes down in the bot lane, but nothing really that puts either side at much risk of losing someone. Oh, quite low on the side of the Radiant though, so might need to be a little bit careful. Obviously don't have the ult up onto the Sabaton yet. Going very low down bot, does have the shield, but pop through. Can they pick up the kill? Yeah. It's gonna try and chase through for this Venno, and yeah, there is not enough trees to dodge through there. They'll be able to pick up the kill in return. Meanwhile, mid lane, this Skyrath has gone through to help secure the rune and got himself in a little bit of trouble. Gonna get taken down with the last hit going to Neb there. Which is
Yeah, the
exactly what
the
you
Wind
want,
Ranger with him
really.
is going to get the rune at least, so they've got that going for them. But you know, Wind Ranger's not quite level 6 yet, and meanwhile Beastmaster's almost level 7. It's just I don't really know what you do here. But
And an
power
Invis
is almost
rune
gone.
as a Wind Ranger when you have no other items as well, it's not the one you really want. You kind of want your Invis when you're at a position where you feel confident going to other lanes, and not quite sure if she is there yet.
No, I mean that's the real important moment's coming up though, Kit. 5 seconds.
Oh, Wisdom Room time.
Yep. Venomancer looks like they're no, nobody.
No one going for it yet. No one really in pursuit of knowledge at the moment. We did miss a kill on the LC whilst we were chatting about mid there, but... Oh, is the Venom gonna go? It's waiting. It's ready. Yeah, he's gonna go for it.
Yeah, just really cannot be overstated how important that objective is now. And you know, there we go. We've got the Swans also looking to get there as well.
Oh, mid. We
Really
are going
close
to
to
see the Wind Ranger get got on here with the assistance of Bat Rider. Get quite a lot of damage through, but she does make it back under the tier 2, and you can't really dive behind that when you've got no creeps, so gonna leave off for now.
Structures are fortified. Radiant should look to their middle tower.
A
This
little bit of stacking going on.
yeah, I feel like yeah, they've managed to sort of stabilize. They've managed to sort of stabilize a little bit, somewhat from the sort of rough start they might have had. They have managed to keep it quite competitive. Oh, nice shackle.
Yeah, I don't really think there is much going on in mid. Oh, actually, you're gonna get the raw coming through, so doesn't look like there's much going on for the Wind Ranger, but Neb is gonna be able to pick up another kill here onto this mid ranger. So
Yeah, as soon as the Wind Ranger
Well, up
did
top,
the-
E's going to get dived under the tower here. We'll get the call off and be able to get the cull too. So,
Dire should
nice bit
look
of
to
extra
their
armor there
top
for the
tower.
axe.
Yeah,
And
as
it
soon
looks
as
like
soon
these
as
two supports are going to see if they can get a kill onto this Venno as well. Nice stun to cancel the TP. Silence going to come through, and they'll be able to pick up that as well.
meanwhile bottom.
Axe is kind of just
Radiant should
chilling
look to their
down
middle tower.
here. Don't think we're going to see any more bloodshed in this top lane. But Abaddon might need to be a little bit careful all alone.
Oh, he's fine. He's got 2 healing lotuses. He's 1,000 gold off of his relic. He's chilling.
He's
He
fine
is
for now,
chilling.
but if they
Dire's
all
top
decide to
tower
take a
is
little
under
trip
attack.
down to the bot lane, then we might see a different story emerging. Does look like they're just going to head back top to try and defend this tower, though, so he should be fine. Oh. Uh-oh, Batrider. I think you've come to the wrong neighborhood there. Gonna get Wind Ranger ulted. A lot of damage coming out. And leave the Cull for Axe, too. Second bit of armor picked up quite nicely.
Yeah, there's a lot. There is a fair bit of physical damage on the side of the on the side of the Dire with the Legion and the Magnus. So there's a deceptive amount of magic there as well. So a little bit of armor will be helpful. A little bit of armor will be helpful. But the axe is already really close towards that blink.
Yeah.
So once that initiation's online,
Dire's top tower is under
there's going to
attack.
be a lot more options available to them. However,
Fighting for
the
enemy Dire's
Beastmaster
top
is
tower is
probably after getting the stack is probably going to be about, I want to say, about
Gonna
Right,
see if
about-
they can
yeah,
go
about
on
1200
to this
1200
Abaddon
gold, yeah.
down bot, so be able to get the skewer back, but RP isn't really going to do much other than pop the ult. Be able to turn and get the kill onto Iggy, but Abaddon now without ult doesn't have shield up, so might need to be a little bit careful. We'll get Beastmaster ulted, lots of damage coming out. Jewel's going to come through. Not quite going to be able to kill him off at the start, but we'll be able to pick him up in return. And uh-oh, I think you might have gotten yourself in a little bit of trouble here, your two supports. Gonna be able to chase down the Venge. The Skyrath will be able to get away. That's me looking at names instead of heroes there.
But yeah, that we saw in that fight. One of the things I talked about in the drafting phase is that the Magnus doesn't actually do a tremendous amount against the.
Doing a little bit of a fake out there on the call and gonna miss it in the end anyway. Trying to get this kill onto this Batrider.
Radiant's bottom tower
He's
is
just
under
gonna
attack.
run away. He'll be fine. Abaddon
Relic on
sitting
the way.
under the tower now, though. Be able
Radiant
to
should look to
TP
their
out on the
bottom tower.
Batrider, so nice and clear. Neb just continuing to push through this wave with the axes, so getting quite a lot of damage onto this tier 1, but not quite going to be able to take it
which my
just yet.
matriarch will prize.
Yeah, I think after this camp and this stack of this ancient camp and the stack, yeah, they're almost certainly going to be able to have the drums of Slom available. So the team fight around this Beastmaster is going to get a whole lot more dangerous.
Yeah, it's something you need to be pretty careful of,
Dire's
especially if
bottom
you just
tower
let him
is under attack.
sit around and smack you. So gonna have to be a little bit more mindful of where his summons are, where he is, how many attacks he's getting through, because it will put quite a lot of damage out onto you.
Yes, the
We
old
are
John Bonham
seeing
build.
The Abaddon kind of alone here.
Oh.
Gonna get some TPs through to try and get a bit of assistance. The ult has already popped though, so a little bit more cautious than he might usually be. But he's got a lot of support, so gonna be able to pick up a kill on both the Batrider and this LC here. We'll get roared up. Not quite enough damage coming through from Neb yet to take him down. We get Axe called too, so keeping him in this area, desperately trying to get more damage down. Trying to live, and then the Magnus RP coming through. So much damage. Gonna be able to pick up the entire team here. Some really, really nice rotations from both sides there.
Yeah, it was really, really well timed there from the Agnes. Everybody tip in. Sometimes it is not the worst idea to play a pub game before your game, just to make
Even
sure
if
that
you
you're
do
nice and
lose
warmed
that
up.
sweet, sweet MMR.
Oh, devastating.
Disappointed.
But that's how you limber up.
Lose
the,
one
next
so you
set
can
of,
win the other, maybe.
The
I'm
next
not
set
going to
of
call the
wisdom
game just
available.
yet. I know how that works. I know
Oh,
what happens
there
if
we
I
go.
say one team's going to win.
Good old caster's curse. We know it. We know it. I'd say we love it, but we'd be liars.
Oh, I do love it.
Like the,
I love it. Make me look like a full Dota.
So we've got the goats starting to pull ahead a little bit now. They've managed to make use of that timing on the drums of Slom. And how far are we from the? Oh, we've got the harpoon. One of the most stupid items in this game on the Magnus. It's just everyone looks like collapse when you put this harpoon in a Magnus's hands, and everyone
Yep.
looks like they can win TI-10. It's silly. Utterly
Pretty
absurd.
much. We are seeing a couple more items coming out for the LC now. She does have a blade mail. Picking up a blink relatively soon. About 800 gold to go. Only got 10 dual damage at the moment, so need to pump these numbers up, baby.
Yep, rookie numbers. I'm pretty sure that's what the meme
Well,
sounds like.
mid, we are seeing Iggy kind of getting caught out here by the rest of the team. Gonna be able to get a lot of spells through. Axe Dunk gonna come out. Nice swap there to just try and keep this axe alive. We'll get the lasso out onto the Wind Rangers. They'll be able to take her down, and they're gonna try and chase over the river now to see if they can pick up anything else. Oh, uh-oh. Venge looks like she's a little bit of a straggler here. Could be in trouble. Gonna get the stun out onto this LC, but Batrider is just continuing to pump some damage through. Pump some napalm stacks. But we are going to be able to get this axe call through and the Carl there to pick up the kill. We'll try and chase after the Venomancer on the Abaddon here, but having a little bit of a split fight here. Gonna be able to pick up the kill onto the support, but a lot of damage coming out here from these two pretty beefy boys with lots of damage numbers on the side of the Dire, so...
This is,
Oh,
just
and
everyone
look at
stop
that, there's a
fighting.
DD as well.
Oh,
Pick up a DD
no.
on Iggy, and uh-oh,
Oh,
might have overstayed your
no.
welcome here. Need to be a bit
Almost in range,
careful.
almost in range of the harpoon.
Trying to run after something, see what you can get. Gonna miss the skewer, so looks like you're just gonna have to back it out.
Honestly, might be the time to try and see if they can find that Abaddon. He has only got a couple of seconds left until he's got that borrowed time back. If they'd have been paying attention to that cooldown, they could have potentially looked at that.
They are very close to each other, but
Yeah, he's got the borrowed time back
don't
cooldown
have
there.
long.
It's
Already
not
back
worth
up
it
now. Let's see if we can get a smoke happening on the side of the Radiant here. Coming up to support the Abaddon. They know that there's something afoot here, so let's see if they can find someone. They'll be able to pick up a call onto this LC. Very nice Skyrath ult coming out.
The Abaddon already got the Manta working on, already got the Yasha, sorry, working on that Manta style. This, did you play this hero much when this change happened? When Abaddon started getting played as a carry?
Not then, but I have played it since.
It's just, and again, Manta's another of those items that you don't realize until you get it, just how much damage it is on universal heroes. It's like 30 odd damage. It's like 30 odd damage, and the attack speed and the movement speed. And in the case of Abaddon, having the Mantas be able to trigger the Curse of Avernus is just absurd.
Yes. It is a very strong item on an Abaddon. Do look like we're going to see a little bit of action coming out here. This axe standing at the top of the ramp here, trying to find somebody. We'll be able to pick up a catch onto this Bat Rider, but be able to take him down in return. And this Venge might be in a little bit of trouble here. Jewel going to come out to pick up a little bit more damage here on the LC, pumping up them numbers. Baden TPing out. Going to be able to make it out before Dire are able to find him. I think this is a pretty easy Roche here for the Goats.
Yeah. I mean, we said we wanted back and forth, Kit, and my lord, we've got it. We're at 19 minutes and at 17 kills apiece. It's just non-stop slugfest. This is what I'm here for. This is Dota for me. I'm gonna stand around and farm for like 3,000 years. Just non-stop aggression. I'm so here for it.
Oh, it's great. And we're able to get the Aegis onto Iggy. Nice, simple, easy Aegis, which is what you want. I think that paves the way for a nice, simple, easy tower as well.
Especially considering what's happening.
Here.
Especially considering what objectives just spawned and what's gonna spawn in the next minute. Want to try and see if they can control this to be able to take the Tormentor away from them. This nice free real estate in the form of an Axe Shard. Oh, it went on the Bat Rider.
And they've caught the Skywrath out as well. Going to be able to get the Skewer through and pick him off so easily. Ben's also in a little bit of trouble. Some heals coming out from the Abaddon here. Going to keep her alive, but just chase down this Axe. Pick up the kill. And try and get Neb stuck in the base. Will do, and have popped Aegis, so he needs to be a little bit more careful. But Jewel coming out onto the bench here on the side. Be able to pick up this RP onto two pretty important heroes here. We'll lose Iggy for it, but Abaddon's just going to keep on keeping on and try and chase down this LC. We'll be able to pick up the kill, and I think he's just trying to extract here from the side of the Dire. We'll get the Bat Rider out, but doesn't look like... No. That Venno is very dead.
I do. In her
like, they've only just got the Manta finished on the Abaddon, and they've now already got another 2,000 gold. So I think at this point, I don't know what. I mean, I'm not their level of play, but I'd be looking at. Yep, there's the blink. Yep, blink on this hero is stupid, especially if you can get to the point where you get. You could either go the overwhelming, especially if you end up wanting to go the overwhelming blink route just for the extra nuke, or the swift blink just for the sheer amount of attack speed you end up with. It gets silly.
Yeah, one of the best things about this is that, you know, your shield does prevent blink cancelling damage as well, so
yep,
just makes it way easier to make your way around the map. So it's also such a good item on this hero.
It's also borrowed time. Like you keep your blink on ice, and if you end up getting to the point where you feel that borrowed time...
this bench is in a little bit deep here. She went for a bit of a journey and has been called out. Do get the Jewel down, but isn't going to be able to kill her in time, so won't be able to pick up those sweet, sweet damage numbers. Just 40 Jewel damage at the moment. Come on, Elsie, we talked about this. It's presentation time. Get them stonks.
Imagine being told how to play by us,
Well,
couple of Crusaders and Guardians.
I do appreciate the beauty of an LC whose job is to duel to secure a hero in place. You know, you're controlling this hero with the duel rather than just picking up the damage. I think that is a really valid thing for the team.
Oh no! Don't get it twisted. I'm absolutely here with you. 40 damage, skill issue. Get good. Come on. SMH. You made the classic blunder, Kit, of taking me seriously for more than 3 seconds.
Look. I just want to make sure that everyone's clear. I would also be I would also be interested in having this LC on my team. I could not
Yeah.
play this LC because I would be bad at the hero. It's not a criticism. I just
It's
like
just-
to laugh.
Radiant's
Exactly.
top tower
Same
is
here.
under attack.
And again, it's just look how close they're keeping it. I don't think I've seen the net worth go more than 4K at all this game.
It was 6 at one point, but it wasn't 6
I
for
don't
very
think-
long. Although, we have seen this Axe get caught out here in this mid lane, pushing out this lane, got the tool down, and the roar used here to pick up this kill.
There we
so
go. Legion was
quite-
listening.
Quite
Listening
a few,
commander.
Quite a few ults used there to pick up the kill, but it is a very important kill because this Axe has been doing a lot.
Structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower
The
is under
Abaddon
attack.
now going for the other. Also now going for the busted universal item in the harpoon.
Got a little bit of an issue here trying to defend this mid tower because we only have the Venge and the Skywrath here, and neither of these heroes can do anything except stand at the back and watch this happen. Have been
Really,
joined
but-
now by the Abaddon, which means that there is a little bit of a hope of pushing it out, but it's rough.
Because the Abaddon could just send the illusions down the down mid, and yes, they're pretty tanky. There's not really a tremendous amount they can do, especially if you consider how fast these the creeps push. When you consider that they've not just got the Radiance, but they've also got the passive of the Curse of Averna. So even the creeps are attacking faster. It's really nice combo. Oh, and so after finishing the Tormentor there on the goat, so that's they pick up both of them, and they get the overwhelming odds for the Legion. I think that's probably one of the better ones you could have hoped for. I think maybe you would have rather had it on the Venomancer. Both times ended up going to the other poorer hero, which is a little bit of a shame, but it is what it is. Feel like
Dire's top tower is under
I
attack.
feel like this game is still favored towards the goats, but I think one bad fight and you'd be amazed just how quickly the Dire's buildings can disappear. Even just the Abaddon by himself is making some of these buildings vanish.
Yes. Yeah, it's quite interesting to see this Abaddon just, pushing out, like, let's take a look at this top lane here. We've got just these two illusions going to try and smack this tier 3 tower. Like, you don't often see games where Manta illusions can actually do anything to a tier 3 tower, but
I deserve this.
I think it's a wise ploy here for both these teams to try and take control of each other's jungle. Do you see the Dire, like, heading back towards
Oh.
their own to try and take control here? And Iggy taking a
Ah.
lot of damage there as he's TPing out, but he's
Just about
BKB'd.
gets out.
He's okay. Kinda.
Yeah, you don't want to be using that BKB. I think that was the first BKB as well. So you used your first.
You
You
say
reveal your
that,
first
but in a
BKB.
game like this, if you don't BKB TP and you get caught, you will regret it for the rest of the game. It is way better to use the BKB for
Oh yeah, of
TP
course.
and find you didn't need to use it than not use it and that be the reason your team loses. Because I have
Oh, yeah,
seen
yeah.
plenty of players
But it's
lose the game because they've not BKB TP to keep it for something else.
When you say you've seen this happen lots, from which perspective were you seeing it, Kit?
I've seen it happen
Be
with
honest.
plenty of high skill players, much higher skill than me. But I may have also been one of the players who has done this. I'm
Never me.
speaking from personal experience. Gonna be able to catch out the Bat Rider here with a smoke, whilst I'm nattering on about low level plays. Gonna keep trying to chase for more, popping the BKB on Neb here. A lot of damage through onto this Abaddon, but he's just going to keep taking it. Nice swap on the Wind Ranger there to keep him from dying to Jewel. We'll be able to get this Wind Ranger out and be able to help pick up the kill on Iggy. Gonna get this LC taken down as well. Buyback coming out from Iggy. Be able to pick up the kill on both the supports here now. Got these TPs coming through. Iggy trying to make something happen here. RB onto the Abaddon. Gonna be able to take him down. And a lot of damage here onto the Axe. BKB used to stop this stun. Trying to chase through onto this bench. And yeah, she is gonna die once, die twice. And it's a run from the rest of the team. Understandably so.
Again, just so much back and forth. We're now at 52 kills in 29 minutes, and there's only a 2k net worth lead. That's just it's absurd.
Yeah, and this is a good time to go Roche for the Dire as well. It's in that side of the map. They've just got off some really important kills, and most importantly, they've used buyback on their core. You really, really want to be picking up an Aegis once you've used buyback on your core.
Immortality.
Just for that peace of mind.
Yeah. I think that was one of the games we saw last week where we thought that the carry that had bought back was gonna end up taking the Aegis, and it ended up being someone else just habitually picking it up, and I think that happened. That happened in DPC. I think that happened in DPC, didn't it?
Probably. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it was not the best luck.
These things do happen sometimes, so you know, can't be too hard on these players if they make mistakes. You know, if pro players do things like picking a hero instead of banning it, then I think we can give a little bit of leeway to somebody force of habiting.
Hey, you leave my boy Aiden out of this. He is a beautiful, delicate angel. I will have no bad words said about Aiden.
Look.
Except from Blitz. Blitz is allowed to flame anybody in his team.
Look.
That's his charm.
There were no bad words. It was merely an observation.
I'm sorry, I'm very protective of my small boy. I still can't get over how close this game is.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of a stalemate at the moment. I think both sides are feeling a little bit vulnerable. You know, we've just seen quite a big fight come out from the side of the Dire. You know, really important objectives. Radiant obviously want to try and just keep this keep this kind of relaxed and chilled while this Aegis is up, but
just going back to the RuneScape roots.
Yeah, I don't really know why. Well, I do. I understand that you've used a couple of buybacks on your team, and you're probably not feeling that confident. You know, if we look at who's got buyback, it's the LC, it's the two supports on the side of the Radiant here. So the Swans, you can buy back on your supports. You can't buy back on your cores. The Dire, you got one buyback, and that's a bit spooky.
Yeah, again, because both of these teams have lineups where one wrong move, and would you want to see a magic trick kit? Because I think this Abaddon could quite easily make buildings disappear. Exactly.
Yeah.
Scanning for enemies.
Yeah, so I do understand why both teams are really wanting to play it a little bit safe here. Pick up the old farming Aegis and just wait for these buyback timers. You know, Iggy's got time now that if somebody does catch him out whilst he's farming, you know, there's an opportunity for his team to get to him with this Aegis. So it's not the worst idea to have this kind of like little farming Aegis. Just get yourself feeling a little bit more comfortable and see what happens. But
yeah, just able to just take so much space on the map, and just see how everyone's on the side of the Dire is spread out compared to how the Radiant are. That the Abaddon's able to go out, be a little bit adventurous,
yes. Any other hero, if you're on your own, you will die before your team have even had a chance to see that you're in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. However, we do have the start of the next big spike for the Abaddon. He's got that Basher online now, so he catches a hero. He catches a hero by blinking onto them and just starts smacking them. And then you've got the harpoon to be able to, pull them back in. This he is a scary, scary hero at the moment.
Yeah, I cannot see Sashtek having a sad time at the moment. That's for sure. I think he's gonna live it a life. He's playing his own game in terms of his team. 10k net worth above his mid laner. He's having a good time. Just watching those illusions there, seeing what they do. Hit creeps, that's what they do.
Guessing that spare energy booster is going to eventually go to eventually going to look at going into an Octarine on there on the Beastmaster. It's just sort of chilling in the inventory at the moment.
Hey, spare energy booster, never hurts. One breaks, you got the second.
So, Abaddon sure almost on the way towards that Abyssal Blade now.
Yeah, Abaddon is literally living his best life.
Just got it.
Yeah,
Just
Abaddon.
out. Does mean no buyback though. That is.
Yes, which is spooky at this point.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna tell people who have got like 4 times my MMR how to play this game.
Yeah, it feels wrong, doesn't it? Won't stop me trying.
No, and this is definitely the kind of game where I would start shouting at my cores to save a buyback. Speaking of saving for buyback, does look like we're going to try and get a fight down in this bot lane. Going to get a call through from the Axe onto this LC. She does have a BKB, so not taking too much damage here. They get stunned up. Can they pick up the kill? Yeah, through onto the Abaddon as well. Very nice. Will help with the with the buyback farming.
So
buyback farming.
Abaddon does have some risk to consider at the moment. Is that he did just use his borrowed time, which I suppose has got a pretty low cooldown now, but there is a window that the Magnus can get a jump, can potentially get a jump where the Abaddon won't be able to do anything to counter it. Although that
can, but at this stage, it's only 10 seconds until it's back up. Even less. Just to be able to get a nice axe pull up here on this high ground as well, taking down Iggy. He does have buyback now. Can he get the lasso trying to clip this axe up here? But he's got an Ogre Seal Totem. He's coming after you, Batrider. He's going to pick up the kill. Venomancer very sadly chased down. Will be able to pick up the axe kill. Took a lot of burn damage and then fell down to Neb as well. But the magic trick's happening.
Yeah, just hit the tower. Hit the tower, maybe look at taking the Tormentor. I think it'll be the first one.
Definitely look at taking the Tormentor.
Oh.
Careful there, Sky.
Ooh.
I know he's got way more health than it seems. 250, that's 249 more than you need, but...
And that is possibly one of the better ones I think that they would have wanted to get on the side of the Radiant.
TP coming out here from the Abaddon, but it does get cancelled with a Hex. Gonna have to turn onto Neb here. He's able to get a lot of damage coming through, and he does still have backup, so I don't think he's too scared, but
he's not concerned.
Trying to chase down this LC. Nice swap coming through to be able to keep her out of the base. Having a little bit of a fight here with this Batrider who's trying to jump the backline. Gonna be able to pick him off without losing anyone. Buyback does come out from the LC, who will be able to pick up a kill onto this Vengeful Spirit. They're going to ditch the illusion there, which I think is a wise idea. Turn and run away.
Middle tower is under attack.
And the Swans have now got that 5k net worth lead in their favor, which is, I think, the first time we've seen that in this game. They've actually really managed to pull ahead, and like I said, after a while, the only thing I will say is that with the Abaddon, there isn't much further he can go. He Ags, you can upgrade the Blink, Moonshard, but
Yeah.
aside from that, like, you
And
don't really want to play
that's
something.
still quite a shopping list there, you know?
But yeah, it's, whereas I think if the Side of the Dark can weather the storm a little bit, you know, Magnus still has a Wraith Band that he can replace. There's a Crystallis that can get upgraded. So I think the and you know, there's, you know, also the Legion to consider, and yeah, the Beastmasters almost got their refresher finished. I mean, the Wind Ranger on their side, they've still got a Bracer they can replace, I guess. Axe could possibly replace that Magic Wand, upgrade that Vanguard. I think in terms of scalability, I do feel that the Dire might have further to go in terms of what they can do.
Yeah.
But can they withstand this Abaddon at this point?
But the other thing is, yes, they have that capability, but can they get there? Speaking of getting there, trying to go for a kill onto this LC here. She's backed out at just the right time there. Knows that they're not really going to be able to chase. Won't be able to scare out Venno with the illusions, but it's not what you want. What you want is the LC. You don't really want to settle for a Venno after that.
I feel it. Yeah. This is. Oh, there's on topic of getting an Ags. There's an Ag's Blessing in the Abaddon's future from the looks of it.
Ooh, free Ags.
I mean, surely it's you give it to the Abaddon, you don't put it on anybody else, right?
But his fate will always
He does have it. It has picked it up.
Yeah, there we go, yeah. Yeah, I think it's the best option that they've got in terms of people that don't already have the Ags. I mean, the
It's
Axe
a
is
very
the only
good
other that didn't
Ags
have
for the
it,
rest of
and
the team. The team benefits from an Abaddon Ags.
Oh, who turns off their Radiance? Ugh.
That
Absolute
is the
tryhards,
optimal
must
smoke
be.
play. You gotta turn the Radiance off.
Yeah, but that's also for tryhards, and I'm not about that life.
Well, I think both these teams are trying pretty hard, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, do they know? Do they know about this
See
league?
if they can pick up any
Dire's
kills.
middle
Oh, smoked
tower
up,
is
but
under attack.
just
Dire's
gonna
middle tower
back
has
it out.
fallen.
Make that tower disappear. See what else they can do here as well. Do have the Aegis on the Abaddon, so I think he's feeling pretty confident to just go and make his way up to the top lane, up to the mid lane here and see if he can pick up a kill. We'll get a swap through onto the Venno. Shaft's going to come out for the Wind Ranger, stopping him from getting back into the base. We'll get a kill on this Venge who's been trying to do something here. Illusion's still just running around a little bit. What can we get done here? Trying to run in with the Magnus here. Not quite going to be able to pick up a kill onto the Wind Ranger. Lots of running around, lots of damage coming out. Ult being popped here on the side of the Abaddon. Couldn't quite get close enough there to save the Skywrath from the Jewel there to get lassoed away and getting dragged back to these tier 4s now. Going to be able to pop this Aegis. See what he can get done to survive this. We'll get RP'd up. Doesn't look like he's going to have much hope of surviving anything, actually. Raw coming out for good measure as well.
When you thought that's it. Okay, one team really has just got enough of a foothold to be able to get it over the line. They just keep pushing back here. And this is what I wanted. This is everything I wanted from this series. I'm so glad it didn't end up like last time, where I think wasn't it Neb who literally joked, "Oh, cool, I get to be in a server with this person for 2 games." Whereas they have actually this series is looking really competitive, and it's everything I wanted from it.
Yeah, it was a little
chuffed.
bit of a stomp the last time we saw these two teams go up against each other, so Gonna get a swap onto this Bat Rider here, so see if they can pick up a kill. We'll be able to free path down onto the low ground, and lots of damage coming out from Neb here with the drums. Able to survive on this axe, but we'll get the Wind Ranger kill. Also gonna pick up a kill on this support as well, but the Abaddon is here and he's ready to smack. Coming through and getting a lot of damage onto Iggy. We'll be able to get a cull on this axe as well. Pick up the kill. And that is a very dead Venomancer.
Radiant's top tower is under
Yeah.
attack.
Not really much we can add to that when he gets cleaved through so quickly, but very dead.
Yeah, and like I said, with this Abaddon, what's the next thing they can do? Like I said, they've get Moonshard, and then that's it. They're fully slotted. There is literally nothing else this Abaddon can get apart from the upgrading the blink
Moonshard,
and
didn't it?
maybe change boots. Well, yeah, that's after the Moonshard. Yeah, after the Moonshard, it's upgrade the blink. And then
Neb
maybe
denied the Wisdom Rune with the boar. Ooh, BM.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
I mean, if you feel on the one hand, they weren't necessarily anywhere near it, but that's a chance you don't necessarily want to take, especially considering how much experience it's worth at this point. It's just
It
not
is worth
something
a
you really
lot.
want to give. Yeah, I want to say it's like multiple thousands at this stage.
Yes.
It's like 2,000 odd.
Yeah, it is.
2,000 per.
Oh,
So-
gonna jump in from
Oh,
Neb
jump.
there onto this Wind Ranger, getting the roar through and trying desperately to take it down. We'll be able to pick up the jewel and get the damage, and that is not quite yet a dead Vengeful Spirit, but pretty sure the LC is gonna chase her down and pick up that kill as well. Yes, she will. Gonna try and get some damage here onto this Bat Rider with just the illusions, and oh, that's a lot of damage coming through. Still
Okay, we're never
chasing
gonna
through
get out of this
this illusion here in the mid lane. Gonna be able to pick it up eventually, but
Yeah, I'm calling it. I want 16. I want tier 5s. Let's go. Give me tier 5 items.
I'm not sure we're gonna get to tier 5 items, I'm gonna be honest.
Don't puncture my dreams, Kit. Why would you do that?
Run down this mid lane here. We do have all
Yeah,
5
that's it,
of
it
the
is,
goats alive, whilst we've only got 2 measly little swans. Who would win in a fight, a goat or a swan?
You say measly, not a
Far
swan.
away from finding out.
They've got the axe and the Abaddon, and now they've got Skywrath. I actually
Dire's top
I wouldn't say they got everything they need,
I
but
just meant the animal, Lude. I wasn't making a judgment on players. Swans are much smaller than goats. Have you seen a goat?
Radiant's bottom
yeah, okay, fine, you win.
Radiant's
I'm gonna get a roar through onto
There.
this.
Oh,
Lots of damage coming out here, far more than my brain can keep up with. Gonna be able to get a kill onto Iggy here. Swap coming through on this LC, getting a lot of damage as she gets close to this fountain. But the Abaddon is taking a lot of damage here. He doesn't have buyback. Is that he's used his buyback recently, so
Yep.
this is a very
will
difficult game
Radiant
here.
resist?
Got a buyback still on the axe, so he should be feeling a little bit more comfortable. At least more comfortable than the Abaddon.
Yeah, I mean he's already bought the Moon Shard, so at this point, yeah, you just tank up now. I think you get that overwhelming blink just to have a bit more strength to play with.
But whilst that was happening, the creeps did manage to clean up this top rack, I think. At least I only remember them taking one of the racks
Yeah.
in the top lane. So there is still action happening, even when the Radiant aren't able to push it.
Yeah, but again, like we thought that this was, game definitively over, and okay, yeah, sure, they've taken 2 lanes of racks, but they're still keeping it going, Kit. On the topic of overwhelming blink, the Beastmaster's managed to get his now. We've got next minute. We have the next set of Wisdom Runes coming out, and I think the Tormentor's probably due in like 2 minutes as well. Probably get that
it
dive
won't be
bomb
very
on that
long, at
Beastmaster.
least.
I think getting that dive bomb on the Beastmaster will be really good just for the extra control. But
Let's see if we can get this last set of racks up. We'll try and make a play onto this LC here. Very nice call coming through. Going to be able to get the cull as well. Aeon just procking on this Bat Rider. Going to keep him alive for a little bit. Raw coming through from Neb. We'll get the swap through from the Venge there to try and keep this Wind Ranger alive. Second Raw going to come through and be able to pick up the kill here. And Neb's just going to stroll on out the base. Axe is having a little bit of a drama here. Going to get taken down. Does have buyback. Bat Rider just going to have to TP away very low here. Legion Commander has brought back to see if they can end this game and get out of the hell that would be a 60-minute game.
I mean, the Abaddon is now back up, so it's got a little bit tricky for them.
It's a rough one.
It's a rough
one.
But yeah, I think
Gonna bring out the buyback on the axe. I think that's the right decision to make. We do have all 5 of the goats here now, so need to have as many people around as you possibly can. They're gonna try and hang about on this high ground here. Wait for the right moment. Push these creeps in. See if they can pick up this Rax.
Nope.
Little bit of watching. We get the harpoon through onto Iggy there and then just walk away. Just a prank. But meanwhile, they are taking through these Wags pretty quickly. Skywrath ult coming out. Gonna be able to put the kill on Iggy, but LC is gonna be able to take down the final rack. Mega creeps for the Dire. He's blinking away. Gonna try and chase to see what they can pick up. And be able to pick up a kill on this Bat Rider.
yeah, I mean,
Renault's just gonna walk away, but you've got mega creeps now.
okay, sure, yeah, they've got mega creeps, but you know what? Radiant have an axe. Radiant have an Abaddon.
Oh,
One
hell
anything.
yeah.
Oh,
What does our Abaddon have queued up? It's the item. It's the best item.
I'm so here for this.
Casual rapier.
Oh.
Screw the blink. It's rapier gaming, baby.
Oh my god. I think this is. Oh.
Who needs
And
a
here
blink?
I was.
Who needs
who-
a blink when
who
you can
needs
have
to-
a rapier, baby?
Who needs to get to 60 minutes and get tier 5 neutrals? Like we got Rapira. Oh wow, that's
I love
just-
a rapier gaming moment. And
I
just
wonder, I
strolling
don't
on
think
into this base. Look at this bravado here. Just
okay in
gonna
the world.
run up, smack those goddamn towers.
just this is my life now. I hit buildings.
This is beautiful.
Oh, wow.
You need
find
to
it
be a little
interesting
bit
that they
careful
kept-
because these creeps are pushing in now that they are megas, but
Oh, oh, just that
Wise
life
decision to back it out.
flashed before his eyes.
wise
I
decision.
tell you, the sheer effrontery of that. He is gonna have to try and get that bite back, but honestly, after you've bought a rapier and you drop it, I think that's just gonna go up, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all well and good having buyback, but if you are rapier gaming, you don't want to die. If you die and you give away the rapier, unless you can immediately kill the new carrier, there is no point buying back because you've
Are scanning for
that is the game.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, the next Ag's Blessings is going to be
Axe Blessing 2,
Interesting.
Electric Boogaloo. Who's it gonna go
Magnus.
to? Aegis on the Bat Rider. Hell yeah. I mean,
But who did they give the Ags to? It's not showing up for me. Who took? Oh, it was the Bat Rider took the Ags as well, huh?
I
Ags and
assume
Aegis.
so.
Oh.
I don't think the Bat Rider had Ags earlier, so looks like a Bat Rider Ags. Axe
I mean,
Aegis,
double lasso,
hell
like
yeah.
double lasso, sure. Double lasso, sure, but honestly, I think the horn toss might have been better.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Horn toss is good.
I mean, you've already got horn toss 2.0 in the item with the harpoon, but having it as the option there would also be really nice.
Gonna see if we can find something here on the Batrider. Yep, swap coming through, but he's gonna jump through as well. Gonna get taken down very quickly. Elsie's desperately trying to find something, anything, but lots of damage coming out from the Wind Ranger here. Gonna be able to pick up the kill onto this Elsie.
Oh,
He's getting
Baron.
very low,
Oh, no.
though.
You
Get
need to get
taken
that rapier.
down. Rapier is on the deck. Not picked up.
Can't get it. Can't get
Courier!
it with the courier.
I will ride again.
Oh,
Tried so
Beastmaster
hard
got it.
and got so far.
That's the game knowledge. That's a fundamental game knowledge failure there. That's sad.
Gonna be able to get the kill onto the Batrider there, but you have given Rapier to Beastmaster.
Look, at least of all the heroes that could of the core heroes that could have picked it up, the worst one for the Dire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably the one you want that on.
Yeah, you don't like. Yeah, you're okay with. Yeah. That's not gonna go well
bad,
for you.
man.
That's not gonna go well for you, there, Beastmaster. If you try and do that, you will just melt.
We do have a lot. Well, we do have no buybacks available. Basically, there are 2 people with buyback in this game: the Batrider and the Skywrath. So it is kind of all or nothing at this stage,
Radiant are
and
scanning for enemies.
it was a nice fight there from the Radiant, but I'm not sure if that's really all. There we are. Gonna see them try and go for something here. Smoking the triangle.
Oh,
Try
they
and
might be able to
pick
get it
up
back. They might be able to
Neb.
get it back.
Nice call coming through. Skywrath's gonna get out.
There it is.
And that's Neb down. Rapier's on deck. Rapier's on deck.
Please,
Rapier's on deck.
please,
Rapier's still on
guys,
deck.
please, please.
No, we just leaving this
Oh my-
Rapier here?
Oh my God. Please.
What is happening? Iggy's gonna jump on in.
Oh, get it. Oh God. Oh, they really. This is awful.
I'm speechless.
I
I
never
shouldn't
mind.
be
Skywrath
speechless,
has
but
it.
I'm speechless. They pick up the kill on Iggy, and Abaddon still doesn't have his goddamn rapier. Abaddon.
I mean,
Okay, we got a
Whatever.
Skywrath rapier now, kids. Let's go. Skywrath, come on, Skywrath. Come on, Skywrath. Let's go. Rapier gaming. Someone picked up the rapier, and it's working out, so...
What in the flying redacted am I seeing here, Kit?
Don't buy a rapier if you're not going to remember to pick it up. That's my top tip. You want to be a good Dota player? Don't buy rapier unless you remember when you die, you got to pick it up. You got to pick up that rapier, kids.
Like, I know I'm not well, but I didn't know that I was unwell enough so that I'm at, like, fever hallucination. Because that's what I think I just saw.
Radiant are
Like,
scanning for
that
enemies.
whole sequence of events. So, okay. A bit of a game knowledge fail of the you can't pick up rapier with a courier anymore. Okay.
Just gonna jump
you
in
used to
onto
be
this
able to.
Batrider in with the Abaddon here. Pick up the kill
Yeah, just
onto
casual murder.
the Legion Commander as well. A couple of people trying to go for the Rex here, but I think the right idea is to just go
get out,
straight for
yeah.
these tier 4s. None of these heroes have buyback. We've got 5 seconds until his Beastmaster comes up, but he's not going to be joined by anyone for another 30, so... Neb's coming out through, gonna get the roar up. Second roar, active, coming out onto the
Rapier on the
Skywrath
ground!
here. Rapier on deck again! Come on, people! Pick up the pace! Come on, people! Just gonna win.
God
Gonna leave the rapier on
alive.
the floor. Okay, fine, whatever. The Swans take the victory.
Shit.
I don't really know how, because that rapier should have should have been in abandoned
Oh my-
inventory like 5 times, and
God.
it was still on the floor, but
Oh.
we got ourselves a rapier in the end, Lude. It got picked up by a hero, and then another hero, and then a third hero, and never made its way back to the abandoned.
Jesus, that was incredible. Oh wow, that was an absolute pleasure to watch. Just the back and forth and the endless drama of the whites, and then the pickup of the just
You know,
I couldn't have written that.
I'm
Could
gonna
not have written
store
that
this
game.
game. This game is going down in my memory.
Yep,
As
yep,
every time
yep.
I feel, you know what, that was really stupid. I'm just gonna watch this like 5-minute sequence of events where a rapier just stays on the floor for way longer than is comfortable.
Like,
and think,
so
hey, you know what? It's gonna be okay.
I went through the 5 stages of grief like twice, watching people not pick it up. Just, oh my lord! I want to watch. I want to watch that moment. I want to watch that moment from everyone's perspective. I want to see, because the only thing I can think.
If any of these teams were recording your comms, give them to us. I
Yeah,
gotta know.
please.
I gotta
Oh
know.
my god, please! Even if you can give a rough, even if you give us like a rough recreation, like if you can give us like a rough recreation of what was said, I will.
Reconstruction. Play it again. Do it again. Record
Yeah,
it. Send
like
it to us.
yeah, like if you want, just give me the cliff notes of what was said, and I'll do a dramatic reading. Like, like honestly, like I want to know exactly what led to that. The only thing I can think from thinking from the perspective of trying to cosplay a much better hero, much better player than I am. The only thing I could be thinking is that at that point you are focusing on where you think the next part of the fight is going to be, and you're just not looking.
But you shouldn't TP
'Cause I
away
didn't
after the
see.
fight is finished while the rapier's on the floor.
Yeah, that was insane.
That's
I
the
have
moment.
no.
If
The
kids,
only thing I could think. The only thing I could think is they've decided. You know what? Skyrath is going to pick up the rapier. Skyrath's the rapier carrier now.
Look, Skyrath's my MVP because Skyrath looked at that rapier on the floor and went, "Fine, I'll do it myself," and just triple kill.
Just yeah, like imagine a world where a divine rapier is bought and it's not in anybody's inventory at the end. Like,
Amazing.
that's a
We're
world
going
we
to
live
take
in.
a very short break and get into our second game. And if our second game leaves a rapier on the floor, I'm quitting. I'm not coming back next week. And we'll go from there. We'll see you later on.
Yeah, looking forward to it, kids.
Hey, what you say? sweet, this all too much. Oh no, that you go, gonna make you stay. And I don't wanna freak you out, but you're all that I think about. I swear down, nothing feels so good as when we're staying out. Sweet talk in the morning into turning round, so we never have to call it a day. Nothing feels so good. Swear down, nothing feels so good as when we're staying out. Sweet talk in the morning into turning round, so we never have to call it a day. Nothing feels so good. Don't waste a sunlight alone. We'll chase the night around the globe. Don't waste a sunlight alone. We'll chase the night around the globe. And I don't wanna freak you out, but it's all I can think about. I swear down, nothing feels so good as when we're staying out. Sweet talk in the morning into turning round, so we never have to call it a day. Nothing feels so good. Nothing ever feels so good. Nothing feels so good. Last night was your first and only chance to get right. Instead of lying through your teeth, baby, your eyes tell 1,000 words that you're trying to hide. And now they're crying over me. You did me wrong. Now suddenly I'm everything you need and I'm moving on. You're begging me to stay when I'ma leave, leave. I gave all my heart to you for nothing. Yeah, we could have been something, but I don't want your love again. No, I'm good. If you think I'm over it, then you should. Cause if you really love me, you wouldn't double cross me. Nah. I don't want your love again. No, I'm good. So tired of you calling me up, trying to change my mind. When it's you that blurred the lines, yeah. You did me wrong. Now suddenly I'm everything you need and I'm moving on. You're begging me to stay when I'ma leave. I gave all my heart to you for nothing. Yeah, we could have been something, but I don't want your love again. No, I'm good. If you think I'm over it, then you should. Cause if you really love me, you wouldn't double cross me. Nah. I don't want your love again. No, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want your love. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I don't want your love. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. I don't want your love again. No, I'm good. If you think I'm over it, then you should. Cause if you really love me, you wouldn't double cross me. Nah.
Hello and
I don't
welcome
want
back
your
to
love
the
again.
second
No,
week
I'm
of the
good.
Welsh
I'm
Esports
good.
League, where we're playing Dota 2. Well, we're not playing, we're watching Dota 2, but the rest of the players are playing Dota 2.
I'm good.
We have just had an incredible game between the Swans and the Goats. The Swans just inching out to take victory, despite leaving a Rapier on the floor for a extremely uncomfortable amount of time.
Ooh, guys, don't pick up the rapiers.
Pretty much.
Losing my sanity.
Be out and walk
Lying wide
away.
awake.
Good lord. that
And
game
leave
was
them for their Skyra.
insane.
I'm seeing
That was
double vision,
absolutely
cause I'm adrenaline.
insane.
My body's on a mission, give me a medicine. I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
I
you.
just wow. So we're gonna get to see a team we have already seen play. We saw the Dragons last week.
We did.
They were against one of the two teams that we just saw, and it was quite brutal. And we're getting to see the Robins play for the first time, and we have some friends on
Yes.
on both sides. We've got one of my besties there, Fleur, on the Robins. So I'm going to spend half of this game spam pinging, obviously, because that's.
I don't think they can see our pings, Lude. Just to
I
ruin
can
the
pretend.
illusion. Just
I can pretend, Kit. It's not bullying. It's character building.
they
we
can't
shouldn't. We
see your
shouldn't be
pings.
bullying right now.
I'm pretty sure they
It's very
can't see your chat messages either. So
5 seconds remain.
we're,
just to pop the bubble. Just to pop the bubble.
We've been a friendly agreement of spice between two of the players has been agreed. I think they're friends on opposite teams. So I think there's a plan to roast each other. And as long as it
bit of
stays
roasting.
respectful, I'm here for it. Like because what's the point in playing against your friends if you can't tip them every time they miss a last hit? Come on.
True. We like a light bit of roasting, just a little
exactly.
bit of warming, light toasting.
To pick.
So, I'm low key expecting a little disco balls get picked up, on the side of the Robins potentially, because I know that Fleur has been enjoying it, recently.
Little
So
disco
I'd
ball.
like to
Do you
see-
like a bit of
I'd
a?
like to- I do
like a bit
like.
of a
I would
disco.
like to see a bit of IO.
5 seconds.
However, he doesn't have the companion cube cosmetic, so it's a waste. What's the
Well,
point? Like, what's the point, honestly?
imagine not paying that much money in the battle pass to get the companion cube. Shake my head.
I know. Imagine locking some of the best cosmetics in this game behind an exorbitant amount of money. And imagine being
Quap's
imagine,
recent taunt.
Imagine being stupid enough to pay that amount of money.
I didn't do that.
I
for
don't
Quap's
have,
recent
uh,
taunt.
To pick.
I don't have 3 shields in my house. Not at all.
I've only got 1, so I have more control than you.
Oh, there we go. Dragons have won. They've picked Spirit Breaker. That's it. That's over.
GG, let's all go home. Good job.
Yep, that's fine. I'm
10
gone.
seconds
Do
remain.
same time next week, everybody. Yeah, sure.
5 seconds remain.
So, for real though, the Spirit Breaker is such a strong hero right now. Planar Pocket was massively buffed. The charge is buffed. Oh, an ogre. Okay.
Make
But
that
is this
planar
gonna
pocket do
be-
some work.
Is this gonna be your bog standard pulse 4, pulse 5 ogre, or are we gonna start to see the
Radiant's turn
more
to pick.
adventurous builds of the pulse 3 ogres that we're seeing occasionally now?
I think we
I
won't
saw
have
DM
that long
playing the
to
ogre
find
earlier
out
on today.
because
It was really good.
we only really need to see one other pick to find out because we've got a support
seconds.
already. So once we start seeing some of these other Robins
5
picks, we'll
seconds.
pretty quickly realize whether or not this is a support or a core.
I wouldn't be surprised actually if on the side of the dragons, I wouldn't be surprised if Mizrain hasn't talked the dragons drafter into letting them play the Pulse 3 Spirit Breaker, because again, I happen to know that Mizrain's recently watched the most recent Jenkins video on strongest offlaners, and he had Spirit Breaker as #1 entrant. I confirm or deny how I know for certain that Mizraim would have
It is
watched that video.
Radiant's
I can
bad.
only speculate.
Tackies!
Oh, and the other ridiculous hero. Yep. Okay, no, that's it. Wrap up, everybody.
So one of the good things about this Robin's draft is Disruptor is one of the few heroes who doesn't really care about Spirit Breaker's status resist, because you have
Dyer's
fixed
turn to
lengths on both your Thunderstrike and your ult, and also the shield as well. So Spirit Breaker
And
doesn't
Glimpse.
really do a lot against Disruptor's skills, so you're feeling pretty
10
alright to have a
seconds
Disruptor here.
remain.
And yes, Glimpse against the Spirit Breaker. If you don't get at least
5
one time
seconds
where you
remain.
stop a charge by just glimpsing someone, then what are you doing? Because
It is
that
Radiant's
should be
bad.
your real goal as a Disruptor playing against the Spirit Breaker, because it is incredibly fun and it will make you feel really good.
Almost as satisfying as being a Pudge against the techies, or a Clockwork against the techies, and hitting the hook on them mid-air. It
10
is
seconds.
the best feeling.
Or cogs. Yeah, getting cogs
Oh,
out
yeah,
and stopping
cogs.
any kind of force movement.
Oh,
Oh, that
so
feels
good.
good. That feels good.
Yeah, you can tell that we're speaking from experience there. I'm not speaking. But yeah,
It feels
The-
really good just to get these they're little things that they don't massively affect the outcome of the entire game, but they make you feel a lot better, and they just put you in a really positive kind of headspace when going up against some of these difficult to play against heroes. So I can definitely see this
21.
being really helpful.
Yeah, and I think I feel pretty certain. I'm fairly sure that Fleur's playing 5.
10
I feel like this is
seconds. Return to ban.
probably her hero.
It's just the little things. You gotta remember the little things in times like this.
I mean, some certainly
Interested.
standard bans coming out here from on the side of the Robins, not wanting to deal with the
10
Doom. Although I
seconds.
think the Doom ban might be a mistake, because I do think the Spirit
5
Breaker
seconds
probably
remain.
is 3. They
Hmm.
could have been a carry Doom potentially, but you know the Robins still got a lot of their reserve time left, whereas the Dragons are really
Dyer's
kind of
turn
using a
to
lot of
ban.
theirs.
I think they're using it
Really?
well though.
Yeah.
They're banning out some pretty good heroes that you don't really want to be going up against.
Dyer's turn to pick.
Removing some of these more unfavorable matchups. So
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of the strong sort of carries of the patch are sort of being removed. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what
10
the Dragons think
seconds
we have
remain.
left.
hmm.
I've got a funny feeling, you know.
5 seconds.
I've got a funny feeling we
Radiant's
might
turn
be
to pick.
seeing a life stealer come out of the Dragons, especially now with the pickup of the Underlord, because Underlord is a big beefy hero, and life stealer likes hitting big beefy heroes. And you've got a classic vehicle for the
10
the
seconds.
life stealer in the form of the Spirit Breaker and of the
5
techies.
seconds.
You could, if you wanted to go that even further, considering that they've got rid of the
Radiant
quite a lot of
must
lockdown.
choose.
Tide Hunter.
Okay, so it's the Spirit Breaker is going to be a support, so this is probably going to be a pulse 5. It could be a mid-tide hunter potentially.
Whoa. We're getting a bit ahead of ourselves here. We can't make any statements like that until we've seen the rest of the draft.
10 seconds.
And even then,
remain.
this
sometimes we
point-
can't.
At this point, I'd feel confident. I'd
5
say quite
seconds
confidently
remain.
that this Tide Hunter is probably the 3. And
Yeah,
Spirit
but it
Breaker's
could be a
4 and
mid-Spirit
Dixon's 5.
Breaker.
It could be a mid-Spirit Breaker. It could even be mid-Tide Hunter. Could even be carry Tide Hunter. It's not. I don't like carry Tide Hunter, but it is an option.
It's pretty fun.
But I feel like at
Dyer's
this
turn to
stage,
pick.
Slark.
malarkey. Okay.
Well, I don't think it's a carry tide hunter anymore.
No. I mean, I still would have loved a
10 seconds.
I still would have loved them to
It is Radiant's
build
spam.
around the
Puck.
lifesteal. Ooh, puck pickup. Okay, so the puck has some really nice dodge potential from the being able to phase shift out of the ravage, the techies, the
10
techies
seconds
blast
remain.
off, the charge, um,
5 seconds
all the
remain.
disjoint from the illusory orb and the waning rift, and eventually getting a point.
Dire's turn to
Very
ban.
slippery hero, and a lot they've got.
Radiant's turn to ban.
The dragons have a lot of stun, but they don't have much in the way of reliable stun. Like even the most reliable stun in terms of Spirit Breaker, you still have to get to the hero and connect. Whereas all of the rest of it is still AoE, still a bit of
10
wind up
seconds
time.
remain.
I think if the dragons don't
5
end up with a
seconds.
solid, reliable catch, I think they might be in trouble with this puck, you know?
Yeah, you need something that's instant. You gotta have either an instant hex,
Radiant
instant
must
stun,
choose.
just something.
And on the Ursa, I think the Ursa would have been a good pick here because you can, smack a Slark and the Hide Hunter, and the status resists really good against basically everything in their lineup. So I think it was
10
a good last ban.
seconds.
It wouldn't have been a bad one, that's for sure.
5 seconds.
Generally don't know what you pick with the dragons at this point.
Dire must
Good
choose.
try.
Queen
Okay, we'll go
of
for Quap.
Pain.
Quap is a fairly classic matchup against the puck, I'd say. So there's, you know,
An
if you can
orchid
fake
builder.
out, yeah, Orchid build, the guard
10
giving
seconds
silence.
remain.
If you're good with the mind games, you can
5
pump
seconds
fake your Shadow Strike to force the puck to phase shift, and then wait until the phase shift's over, and then just actually throw your Shadow Strike out, and that is quite sad. Well, the Robins have a lot of time to think about this last draft, and they've got.
Yeah, they've been pretty
wouldn't hate-
conservative here.
I wouldn't hate a lifestealer here on the side of the Robins, actually. Fair bit of beef. Got
Yeah.
a decent delivery vehicle potentially in the puck and in the Underlords. Trades well against Hide Hunter eventually. I think Slark Life Healer matchup. I've not seen how that matchup goes in a while. Muerta.
Make the
Muerta.
ultimate
Oh
choice.
wow.
I
Where did
love
this
a
hero-
Muerta.
Where did this hero go? Do you remember? Do you remember when this hero existed?
I played this hero last night.
Yeah, but do you remember when this hero was otherwise relevant? I miss it.
Hey, you take that back.
Let me make it clear. I love Muerta, but from the pro, I don't know how much of the pro scene you're watching. She has vanished. I couldn't even tell you why. I am not even remotely close to high enough MMR to be able to fully explain why. I think it's just just how much in
10
vogue the universal
seconds.
heroes are as to why she's sort of fallen out of favor.
5 seconds.
But I like this, honestly. I think that once she gets a couple of items, I feel like she's gonna have a pretty good time. I mean, what's the Slark gonna be able to do in terms of right clicking this Muerta when she's in her Pierce the Veil? Like, he's-
Yeah.
what's he got? And I really like this. As much as anything else, I'm just happy I got to see this hero again because I've not seen it played in a while.
Do you know what I really like though? I like that
like?
Quap set from Lotus. So I'm giving them the cosmetics war victory here. That's
Yeah,
the co-op set. That's the co-op set I wanted to buy and couldn't.
Yeah, let's do a drip. Let's do
Look
a
at
quick drip
look
check,
at that.
shall we?
Look at that
Prepare
co-op set.
yourselves for the main
Yeah, I
event.
have that co-op set. It's really nice, isn't it?
Ah.
Yeah, it's a really good set. Yep. Let's just have a look quickly. Okay, I mean, Techies has an Arcana, so that's something. Oh, the Ogre. Oh no, this is the bad kind of drip check. Oh no, Ogre.
Oh yeah, the ogre is accessorizing. You know what they say in fashion? Always take the last 3 things you put on off.
30 seconds.
Yeah, the ogre
Yeah.
could do with that advice.
Yeah, I think so.
That's your fashion tip from me for the week. That's pretty much the only one I have, so please don't come back for another one next week.
Oh,
Did
my
get a
word.
smoke coming out, but we're just gonna trade these runes, I believe. Although we might see a little bit of action here.
Those
Tide
who
walking
bear
up.
witness
I get the
will
smoke
not
popped by the
soon
Underlord,
forget
but
that which transpires.
gonna sit on that
Yeah,
rune.
just-
Pick it up, taunt him a little bit with it, and then go
Yeah, it's
go
been
his own
great.
way.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh,
But
sorry, no.
Spirit Breaker, nah. They thought about it, but not gonna go for it. Just gonna leave these lanes to split on up and see what happens. Maybe look for clues. Who knows? Are there any lanes you're expecting
Nice
to
try.
be particularly difficult for either side?
Not necessarily difficult, but I think the lane I'm most interested in watching is going to be this mid matchup between the Puck and the Puck and the Quap. I think I feel like that's mostly a skill-based matchup. As I said, I think if this Quap is good enough at sort of pump faking and trying to bait out a bad phase shift, I think that that's going to really go a long way to being able to
Denied.
have a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, I think it was the right idea
Yeah.
to go for Scream first there as well.
Yeah, like I said, you need to, if you don't pump fake and you do end up with the dagger coming out and the Puck just dodges it, then, well, you've just spent a bunch of your mana on nothing.
Yeah,
you're
but you're
harassed.
also forcing the Puck to use the shift as well, so...
It's more that, it's got a low cooldown, it doesn't cost any mana, whereas every time the Quap misses a spell, they lose a little bit more in their chance to be able to... I mean, they are pulling ahead in the last hits at the moment. There is a bit of a...
They're also
a
getting
right
quite a lot of
advantage
harass
advantage.
here on Sparkaroo, like... Even just the right clicks are doing quite a lot here, so...
Yeah, it is working well for them, and the...
I've only just got the bottle
Looks
delivered
like
on the
it's
Puck.
gonna be,
I'm going to be able to go and pick up that water rune to go and get a refill.
with
So
the
just get a little bit of help
Oh.
in the
Blood
back.
in the water.
Do miss
Tide
a kill on this
free.
Tide Hunter though, so they get a kill onto this Muerta in the top lane. Very nicely picked up there. I have to head back to base for it, but you like to
Yeah.
kill the enemy carry. We do like a little bit of carry killing.
Yeah, I guess it is first blood, but it depends on how many creep waves they end up missing.
The creeps are under the tower at the moment though, so there's a high chance they'd miss some of them
Fine.
anyway.
And at least how pushed in they are, they will have a good chance of being able to go and get that bounty rune and the Lotus,
Yes.
just being able to continue a favorable trade.
Although this ogre gonna
Dire's
go and
courier has
try
been
and pick up
killed.
the bounty himself, so
Each brave
looks like they'll
courier
get the bounty on the side of the
knows
Dire.
best.
That does leave them a little bit exposed though, so be a bit careful.
Never.
She's already about halfway towards her treads, so you're the Muerta's a hero that you have much more expertise than I do, as you played her a bunch, and I actually haven't managed to play her yet. You know,
Skill issue.
I think not.
it's called pressing the random button.
I randomed this hero last night.
The thing is, the way random works, because you've played Muerta a bunch, she is eligible to be random. I
Just
think
play turbo and then press random, and then you get any hero. It's the real luck of the draw.
Does it let you? Does it ignore?
Oh,
the...
nice fake out
Oh,
on
there we
the
go, yeah.
on the quap there.
That's-
A lot of damage
that's-
coming out, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get the
Oh.
kill. Oh,
There we go.
very nice blinking. Now don't die to the creeps like us.
Bottom tower is in danger.
And like I said, exactly as I said earlier, if the Quap can bait out the phase shift,
Do miss a
and
kill
be able
on
to-
this Spirit Breaker in the top lane here. Gonna be
Oh,
able
wow.
to go on him and pick it up. Quap looks like she's trying to decide whether to come up, but gonna decide to stay mid. Probably wise.
The Muerta's not bought any of the parts of their. Oh, yeah, they have decided. I was starting to think that maybe they were thinking, oh no, they're just gonna save for outright treads. There we go. Yeah, cool, okay. Not been punished for it.
I think
It's
it's
always
one
a-
of these things where you like to have a little bit of an idea of how your lane's going before you pick a boot. Treads are really good on Muerta, but sometimes you might want something a little bit different, depending on the game. Meanwhile, bot seeing this slot take quite a lot of damage down here. Gonna have to do a bit of a backup. Obviously not 6 yet, so not gonna be able to just regen all of his health up here. Does get given a tango, so thank you, techies. Needs to be a little bit careful. It's a tough
Largely
lane
even so
against an
far.
Underlord.
Still a pretty even game. We are seeing a little bit of pull ahead on the side of the Radiant in terms of last hits for the mid and for the safe lane, but Muerta's not too far behind this Slark. In terms of last
gift
hits,
from the
the
tempest of
Underlord is
battle.
doubling the score of Mizrain there on the Tidehunter, but the
This
real
Tidehunter has
balance
not
is
had
there.
an easy game so
Oh.
far. We'll be able to pick up a kill in the mid lane, but Slag might need to be a bit careful down here, taking quite a lot of damage. Try to go onto this Underlord. Don't think that's a great idea there. Gonna have to back out very low here now, bot, so might end up missing quite a few last hits down here as well. Not sure that was the best idea, but does have
Oh,
a
would you
salve.
look would you look at that? Look at the Underlord's items.
There
They're
is
building
little
the
hope for Radiant's middle
they're
tower.
building the Vanguard into the
Fins
mana
off.
boots. What are the odds?
Nice.
I'm grateful to you.
Pick up a kill on this Muerta in the top lane. Lots of action happening everywhere we're not looking. Flair's going up to pick up the Wisdom Rune, and I think Spirit Breaker will be doing the same, so nice little trade on XP here. Seems that both these teams have got a little bit more importance on these smarts going out, so
Spirit Breaker's charging. You know where
a
he's.
little bit of damage coming out on this Tidehunter in the top lane. Does look like Marisen's just gonna be able to walk away.
Spirit Breaker
Yeah.
charging towards the bottom.
Mizrain's going to be absolutely fine. Mid is keeping on. Gonna get a connect onto this Underlord. Trying to get a little bit of body blocking going, but not quite. Nice bash. Gonna pop the one, so I don't think he's gonna die. Spirit Breaker might die though. Nice charge. Oh, it's not enough.
Unfortunate.
Leap through from Slark though. Pick up the kill. Get a stack of Agi. Can you get another?
No.
Nah,
no,
he can't get another. Don't be silly, little fishy. Ooh. Ooh, the spicy tip.
Yeah, that's typical Fleur behavior. I'm here for it.
Oh, Fleur, you little tease.
I think Fleur would fully expect it back if it happened to her though. Spirit Breaker charging on this Muerta.
Yeah, looks like we could be in a little bit of trouble here on this Muerta. She doesn't really have any support at the moment. Does have an ult though, so maybe she doesn't need anyone else. It's standing in the silence on the tide, so not quite able to bring anything out. Doesn't have mana for the ult yet either, and Mana Boot's not up for another
That
second.
was good of you.
Bit unfortunate there. Could have potentially turned that into a kill if they'd been a little bit more pre-planning.
Yeah, I think I think it's going to be a lot easier.
Jumped a little bit in, gone in a little bit too far there on the slug. We'll jump out, so be able to hopefully not die, but
Radiant
getting
should look to their bottom
pretty
tower.
chased after here by the ogre. Does have his support in the lane to assist, so might be that they end up going for this techies instead, but still don't have the ult on the Slark, so not getting any regen happening just yet. Stuns coming through. Don't think it'll be enough. Does have the ult now, so he'll be feeling a little bit better about staying under this tower here. Surrounded by 3 heroes, so might need to be a little bit careful. Dark Pact coming out.
Dire's top tower
Get
is
the
in
ult
danger.
through, but this is a very dead techies there, and Slark hasn't achieved anything with this ult yet, so might need to just look to see if he can get out. Gonna go for the courier. It's a bold decision.
Radiant's middle tower
See if it pays off.
Spirit Breaker charging.
Leap out, Quap coming in. Very nice ult there from Lotus. Gonna be able to get a kill onto both of these heroes. Have to share the one on the Underlord there with his team, but very nice rotation there. Keep your Slark alive. Pick up a little bit extra money.
Yeah, I mean, the Puck was contemplating coming down to try and see what cleanup they could do, but honestly, I think the right decision for it just to back off there a little bit. A nice little dodge there.
Thought about jumping on in there with the techies, but decided against it. Probably wise, as there were 2 other heroes there in the mid lane, so that was the right decision to make.
And never mind that the Puck has 3 different ways to
Dire
dodge,
fortified their structures against
potential
attack.
jump as well. So I think it's the right decision not to commit further, honestly.
We'll be able to get a kill on this Underlord again. Very nice pickup there from the Slark. You really want to see these early-ish stacks coming through onto your Slark. So should be what, 3 now? Maybe 4? Oh,
Wait,
2. I overestimated.
Radiant's middle tower
A lot of
is
posturing
under
going
attack.
on in the mid lane.
Radiant have
Lotus is
fortified
going to
their
sit behind the
structures
tower, see if
against
he can
attack.
pull the creeps off it and maybe prevent it going down or get the eye if
Dire's bottom
necessary.
tower is in
Jumping
danger.
it out, see if we can get some defense going on here as well. Do have a couple of heroes in the area, so
Dire should look to
definitely
their
possible.
top tower.
Against another really even game, Kit. I'm really happy for this to be another close one. We've got
Dire's
Oh,
middle
that
tower is under
RNG, very nice.
Yeah.
Arrived just as the rune spawned. You love
On the
to
way
see it.
on the way towards that Orchid as well, as we were discussing earlier on.
Charge coming out, charging through onto this Underlord in the bot lane. Get
Dire's
the
top
purge off on
tower
the
is
Slark
under
when he
attack.
pops the coil. Stop the charge because there's a little bit of an additional fight going on in the river. That's the word. Water. Puck coming through, seeing what can happen. I have
Oh
coil.
dear.
Gonna be able to dodge the charge, so should be fine on both sides.
Add another to the tally.
Absolutely fine on both sides.
I mean, sure, you kill the disruptor, but you do use the quap. Ult, and that's a lot of mana, and a pretty heavy cooldown to commit for that. You really
Yes,
did want to
but
get more out of it.
additionally,
But
more importantly, you save your Slark by making those rotations
Oh, of course,
and preventing
yeah.
them. So it's yes, it's only a disruptor, but it has much wider, overarching consequences
Agreed.
on the game. Does
Quap
mean the Slark
almost
stays
has.
alive and gets to just farm these creeps.
Okay, so Puck. Is Puck anywhere near? No, Puck's getting the Witchblade. Puck needs to be thinking about a BKB after that Witchblade, because the Quap is, what, less than 100 gold away? Yeah,
Not
about
far.
50 odd gold from that Orchid, and once that Orchid comes
Dire
online,
should look to
he gets
their
to
top
jump.
tower.
I
Need a
honestly don't
BKB
think
or Eels. One or the other.
Yules is an option, but I think that by the time you've Yulesed, you're probably
Invisibility.
ready to. There's another spell coming from the Quap.
Invis down on the Puck.
Dire's
Gonna
top
make
tower
their
is
way
under attack.
bopped. There's a very low techies here who's probably,
Yeah.
gonna tick out to the burn damage there. Slark in a little bit of trouble here. Seems to have gotten caught out there by the Disruptor. Yeah, he'll get taken down. Finished off by the Puck.
So that's going to be the Witchblade almost finished. So that's something. And, you know,
Dire's
the other
top
thing that's really
tower is
deceptive
under
about
attack.
the Witchblade is,
Radiant's
on top of all the
bottom
damage
tower
it gives
is
you,
in
it really does
danger.
make you that little bit more tanky with the bonus
It
armor.
does. Picking out the Puck here on the Quap
dear.
does have the silence, so gonna go for it. This is the reveal there. Aim to pick up the kill. You'll take it and maybe even get some damage onto this mid-tier 1 as well. Looks like Lotus is going up to see if he can grab the bounty rune. Get a little bit of a mana refill. We love it.
Dire's top tower
More
has
damage
fallen.
coming out onto this tower, but just a little techies hitting it. Currently dealing with some creeps, so not even putting his bomb on the tower either. Not going anywhere very quickly.
Big fight looking like it's going on up top.
Yeah, we do have quite a lot of things happening here. Gonna be able to get this Tide Hunter taken down, but they will lose the Muerta in return. Nice glimpse coming out from the Disruptor there. Should save her. Popping the coil on the Quap there, that'll be enough to get
For
this
Dire's middle tower.
lovely Lotus killed. I think it's probably best if you just back out on the Spirit Breaker now. Grab those Lotuses and see if you can just run
Dire's
away.
middle tower is under attack. Masterful mark.
Space Cow does not want to be here any longer. Just wants to
I think your eyebrows
go
growing
back
There is
somewhere and
little
graze
hope for
a little bit.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, I think that's probably
Dire's
wise.
middle tower has fallen.
I mean, at 16 minutes, we've got the Quat and the Slark ahead in terms of the net worth, which is kind of expected. But the Muerta is able to keep up and is sort of keeping pace and is actually slightly ahead of the Slark right now, which is nice to see. It's nice to see that she has still got some relevance.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yes.
attack.
She's not too far behind
Radiant
the
have
slot.
fortified their structures against attack.
Spirit Breaker's charging. That's
Yeah,
probably going
gonna see
towards.
this
Yep.
charge into the mid lane. Trying to go onto the Thunderlord, see if we can save the tower. I don't think so. Can you get the deny? I think there's oh, nice deny us. We're trying to get this fight off as well. Nice little sequence of events. Might be able to pick up this kill onto the Underlord and will, but gonna lose the Spirit Breaker for it. And also the techies as well, and I think that's a very dead Quap too. So very costly tower defense there.
The combo between the Dream Coil and the Static Storm is not to be underestimated.
Lots of circles in this team.
Wait, whoa. We've got Muerta, who has
With the silence plus attack speed flow
Radiant should
circle.
look to their middle
We've
tower.
got
Coil,
Dream Coil,
static storm.
and Illusory Orb.
Dire should
and
look
Waning
to
Rifts
their
and
top
AoE.
tower.
We've got Pit of Malice.
Also firestorm. It's a lot of damage coming out.
Ogre Magi gets the Fire Shield. That's it. They've done it. Circle Draft. Dire have done it.
Yeah, that's more a sphere than a circle, but I
Let
guess.
me have this.
I guess.
Why must you ruin everything beautiful?
Because it's my job.
Reasonable.
I
If
live
you
to
didn't do
ruin
it, I
your
would.
fun.
To be fair, the amount of times I ruin yours, it's reciprocity, really, isn't it? What are friends for?
Behold!
If not to make the other one sad occasionally. I mean, meanwhile, we got a little bit of circle. We got AOE on the side of techies. We've got the obvious AOE from the Tide Hunter. We got the potential Depth Shroud, and obviously the Quap. So
Greetings!
a mixture of AOE. And again, we're at 18 minutes, and it's still only a 1k net worth lead. So again, both these games so far have been really competitive.
Sorry, just dealing with keyboard cat at the moment.
Of
Getting a
course.
little bit of a fight breaking out here. Taking a lot of damage onto this disruptor, but we'll get the Sonic Storm through, so might be able to live. Get ticked out a little bit. Gonna get the coil come through, instantly snapped by the Quap, and gonna be able to take down the Spirit Breaker as well. Nice blink away here, but Tide Hunter's in a bit of trouble, I think. Quap ball coming through, gonna hit 3, but not really any follow-up or enough damage to really take anyone out. Gonna miss the fear as well with the dead shot there, so.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, this is a really good fight in terms of that disruptor was able to stay alive for so long that by the time they got everything down on it, I think they kind of overextended a little bit and ended up losing the
yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate there. Hung around a bit too long and paid for it quite dearly, so.
Top tower is under attack.
Straight on the Tormentor, no messing around.
I think when you've just very convincingly want to fight there, that's what you've got to do.
And suddenly, what were we saying just a moment ago? You know, really close in terms of net worth, like 1k, 2k, now 5k net worth inside of the Robins, really making that, really making the most out of the gains they had there. Muerta now top of the net worth.
Yes,
Really
she is doing pretty well.
So, what are we looking for now? The Underlords almost finished the Jeej boots. They've already got the Crimson Guard. Honestly, I feel like they're probably taking more magic damage than physical at the moment.
It's a huge possibility.
But
Bottom tower denied.
you know, Slark does exist. Oh, in the meantime, Slark was able to go and get the Wisdom Rune, so that is, good objective.
We
They
do
might be able
like
to
a
get
bit of
this
Wisdom Rune
some
pickup.
wood.
We are seeing a little bit of a fight happening down here bot on this Underlord, but he's so tanky, it's taking so much to kill him. Getting a lot of damage coming through. We'll be able to get the kill eventually, but the rest of the team has arrived now, and that's going to be a dead...
Your path is decided.
I think
That's a
just
dead
a
Spirit
Spirit
Breaker,
Breaker, but I was waiting just to see if the Slark was also gonna die there, but no,
Nah,
he's lived long. He's lived far too long for me to just group them together now. So
Yeah, we managed to get away all right there, but again, that's just okay. In a way, yeah, sure. The Radiant traded up there, but they have also lost a big part of their initiation, whereas
yes,
the Dire have. Okay, yeah, sure. The Radiant do also have the techies and the do have the Tide Hunter, but we still got the really dangerous initiation from the combo of the Puck, and the Static Storm's going to be off cooldown again in about 30 seconds. And if you look at what Fleur is building, daring to
building?
dream, she going for that Ags.
oh, she's trying.
This gets really difficult for the Radiant if she
She's
is able to
trying.
get that online. I
I
wouldn't
mean,
say it's
she's-
game if she gets it, but I wouldn't say it's far off it.
She's got quite a long way to go. She is sitting right at the bottom of the net worth chart at the moment, so.
There's any POS 5 I know that POS 4 or POS 5 that knows how to find farm, it's Fleur. So I'm sure she'll get it.
Yeah, I think we're just doing a little bit of farming up at the moment on both sides, so. A little
Spirit
bit of
Breaker is now
inaction
getting
going
up.
on at the moment, whilst each kind of
I'll never
exists
see this
around
coming.
the map, but
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Spirit Breaker going for their Shadow Blade just to be able to get better charges across the map at this point. I do think that it probably is for the best.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yes, I think it's a good item to pick up at this stage. It's a rough old game, so anything that can help you with moving around is probably going to be helpful. I think this kind of wait to see
Radiant's bottom
what
tower is
is
under
most
attack.
helpful for each
Dire's
side
top tower
is
is under
probably a
attack.
good decision. You know, seeing
Radiant
this tide pick up
structures are
his
fortified.
blink, and then
Dire's structures
next
are
item's kind of being
fortified.
left a little bit open. Looks like it's going to be a pipe, but no, just got parts
Dire's
of
top
items at the
tower is
moment.
under
So
attack.
one of the best ways to do it. Uh-oh.
The
Underlord is coming.
Yeah, no, Techies has no desire. They've just smoked up. But however,
Radiant's bottom tower is
5
under
teams,
attack.
5-person smoke there. Oh,
Oh, they have put this
Alright.
spark as well, so he's going to be able to get the coil down. Has popped the ult.
Oh, no.
It's going to just die straight through it. It's one of those times where you really would feel better if you'd got a BKB and could BKB TP, but
yeah.
I do
Um,
not thank.
Yeah, it's difficult. But
it's
yeah,
pretty
on the one-
rough. It's pretty rough.
Dire's
while you do
middle
want the
tower
you
is
do want
under
BKB
attack.
eventually, there's going to be a few of these things that behavior's not going to matter. Especially if this disruptor's halfway towards it now, halfway towards the Aegis. No, yeah, the Aegis is what's
The
currently
Axe,
happening up
yeah.
top towards the Axe. Yeah,
Yeah, we are seeing a Roche happening up in this top lane. It's going to be a pretty free Roche up here. So
yeah,
not
straight
really
on
any
the worst side. I
ability
think.
to contest on the side of the lane. So
Eager to know.
they know it's happening, but
To
that's
the
all
dire.
you can ask for at the moment.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do to stop it. Techies just trying to make whatever little space they can and just try and push into
Dire's
buildings to be a bit
bottom
of a
tower
nuisance.
is under attack.
I can't say hey, but making the best of that situation.
Yeah, Aegis on this Muerta is pretty scary.
Radiant's
Got a lot
top
going
tower
on
is
now.
under
A
attack.
lot of damage coming out from this
Dire's
hero
bottom
now.
tower is under
Yeah, once she
attack.
gets this
Be a little
BKB,
bit careful.
once she gets
Radiant
this
structures
BKB,
are
I actually don't know
fortified.
what anybody on the
Radiant's
side of the
top
Radiant
tower
does
is
against
under
her.
attack.
Like, okay, yeah, the screen
Dire's
goes
middle tower
through
is under
BKB, but
attack.
that's what 430 odd
Radiant's top
damage
tower
at this
is
point in the
no
game.
more.
It's dropping the pond. Like,
Gonna get the
Dire's
the
bottom
portal
tower
coming
is no
through.
more.
All gonna
oh,
go
it's
through.
double back,
A
double
little
back.
bit of uh-oh. Gonna see a bit of a cancel here. Nice charge through means that the 3 of the heroes aren't gonna go through, so I think that did buy enough time for everyone else to get out, but will mean that you
Yeah.
lose the Spirit Breaker for it. Nice
However-
play to keep the rest alive, though. Oh, very nice Ravage coming out from this Tide Hunter. Slug's gonna try and jump in, but Scream's coming through, hitting lots of heroes, but Fleur is just there trying to make sure that there can't be any more spells coming out. Slug's gonna try and pick her off. Can he do it? No, he's gonna be able to get the kill. Well, Lotus is, but could pay for it because he's taking a lot of damage here from this puck. We'll be able to pop the Aegis, see if Lotus can make anything else happen. Very low Spirit Breaker here will get picked off by this puck. She's so maneuverable. We'll be able to get the kill onto this Muerta and be able to chase down the puck on this Quap. Very nice plays coming out from Lotus at the moment.
Team wipe plus Aegis. What more of the BM tips between friends.
Oh,
this is what
we
want.
love a BM tips between friends. There was a check that this was allowed, and it was. So I love it.
I'm here for it.
Big fan.
Oh,
See if we can
The
get
Slarks.
something on the back of this. Would be nice if we could see a tower being taken on the side of the Radiant. That was a really nice team fight there from them. So would love to see a tower.
Dire's
Any
middle
tower hitters in
is
chat?
under attack.
yeah. I mean, they've been able to sort of claw pull some control back over the map a little bit and be able to get themselves back out there. But the Dire looks like they're just gonna settle for taking this other Tormentor, and that's on the. That is a really good shard there for the Disruptor, yeah. So they've got. I'd say you probably want it on Disruptor more than most of the other heroes. Like it was never going to be Muerta. Muerta's too high up in terms of the net worth. I think you want it more than you want the Underlords. Just because the Underlord can afford to buy it if he really wants to, and even then he's probably just going to go and get aura items, whereas anything that helps this Disruptor get this Ags just that little bit faster, I think is really beneficial.
And speaking of Underlord, there's a portal coming top. Gonna see if we can get any plays happening. Glimpse coming through onto this Techies. Does look like a very dead Techies now. Gonna be able to pick up that kill. Leaving the co-op behind. Yep, just gonna be able to race her way out of there. So I think it's just going to be the Techies, but they are looking around to see if there's anything else they can pick up. Very close coming out here. Going to be able to get the leash onto this Disruptor. Ult coming through, though. Nice BKB from the Quap. The ult through onto the rest of the team. Ravage coming out to control even more. Going to be able to get the kill onto this Underlord as well, but this Muerta is just sitting there and smacking things. Going to get the kill on this Slug, and I think it's time for the Radiant to run away again.
Every time I think that, the one team's absolutely taking this fight, and there's another turnaround, and another turnaround, and every now and again I fall apart, and it's just...
These fights are going well for the Radiant, but I think when you are so far from your base, from where anyone can respawn and come help you, or get some mana or help and come help you, it's quite difficult. They're taking these fights on the Dire side of the map are tough at the moment, but these ones near the base are going really well for them, so I'm not sure how this game's going to go. Try and get a charge all the way through. Get silenced up between detectives, so gonna get Glimpse back. Should be able to take him down pretty easily. Nice pick up on the Spirit Breaker. Trying to jump around to find something more, but it's like they might just focus on objectives instead. Do a little bit of creep hitting, a little bit of tower hitting.
It's like we said in the draft, it's really difficult playing a Spirit Breaker into a semi-decent Disruptor, and the fact that Flur's just been able to punish the jump almost every time, and seemingly always having the detection to be able to get him once he ends up using his candidly it's just further testament to just how rough this game has ended up being for him.
It's difficult.
So going to take another Tormentor. While that's going on, I have a really important question for you, Kit.
Do you?
It's a philosophical question. Is Techies a hero or heroes? Because there's 3 of them.
Neither, because Techies isn't a hero. He's a villain.
Okay, I'll accept that as an answer. I love Techies, but I will accept that as a valid answer. What about Ogre Magi? Ogre Magi, there's technically 2 of them in the same body.
Yes.
Are they heroes or hero?
So there are 2 consciousness, but it's a single being. So I'll stick with hero.
Yeah, reasonable. Like,
because although they are 2 people, their actions combined are 1. If that makes sense. Whilst we're discussing that, I am ignoring Lotus picking up Fleur. Watched it happen, just didn't say anything. Techies also taking a lot of damage as well. Very nice Ravage coming out, but can we get the follow-up? I'm not quite sure we can. At least not for the team that wants it. We'll be able to pick up the double kill on the Muerta there and get the fear on this Slug. Gonna have to have a little bit of a redecision about what he wants to do here. We'll be able to pick up 2 kills on Lotus here, trying to chase after this Wonder, and lots of damage coming out there. Gonna get the BKB to stop any kind of counter-initiation here from the puck, but actually, Lotus kind of wants to chase through. Gonna be a bit too early there with the jump on the techies, so gonna get away.
That's what I was saying earlier on in terms of just how elusive this puck can be, and if you don't, you do have your opportunities to go, but you have to, in some cases, be, almost frame perfect. It is really tough to be able to get the right catch.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's really difficult.
It's also difficult to be able to call which way this game's going to go, because every time I think, oh, Dire have really got a massive foothold in this now, the Radiant just push back and vice versa. It's almost like this day has been the complete opposite of the first stream in every way I could want it to be. Like, the games have all been really back and forth, and I still have no idea which way this game's gonna go, Kit. I kind of want to root for the Muerta, just because I do think that she has a better matchup against the Slark. But I think
the Quap is just doing so well. Puck is going to be chasing down this techies. Is going to be able to get a turn back onto with the Slark, but going to miss the blast off once again, so in a little bit of trouble. Damage coming out from the Quap there, but will phase shift some of it off. Trying to chase after this this disruptor on the Slark, but getting a little bit screwed up by these spells coming out, so might want to be a little bit careful or die. That dying works too. See if we can get anything else to happen here on the side of the Radiant. Pick up a kill onto the disruptor, which is very important. Very nice Ravage coming through. Lots of very low heroes, but we'll be able to get a kill onto all 3 of these Radiant heroes. Axe is doing quite a little bit of damage there for the Quap, but it's not enough to pick up a kill, so I say that, and then the Muerta got really low from another stream, but
I have no idea how that Muerta survived. But yeah, I think one of the big things in particular as to why the Muerta probably is going to win this match overall in terms of the match against Slark is that typically if you've got a hero that has the ability to become immune to physical damage, typically your thought is, oh, okay, I'll just apply Nullifier then, whatever. That's not an option here because it can't be spelled. So that is just not viable.
Yeah, it's not an easy game. We do now have another Aegis on this Muerta. Got some cheese on the Ogre. Love an Ogre with some cheese.
And that's also a finished Silver Edge now. So the sudden burst is only going to get even worse at this point. Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what the Radiant can do. I think they have to be able to try and get... At the moment, the Underlord's on his own.
Yes, but
they
it's
could potentially
difficult to kill the Underlord. And he has the ability to get the rest of his team with him. So the Underlord isn't really a valid objective. It's too difficult to kill at the moment.
I disagree.
The better way to go would be to search for actual building objectives or the like. But they're not really going to get a chance to do that as they've smoked up into the jungle. Have spotted out Lotus. He knows something's afoot though, so has been able to jump on out. I think the smoke popped and the Muerta silver edged instead, but they do have a sentry down, so.
So the reason I think that the Underlord would have been a good idea is because I think before they're able to do anything in terms of objective taking, they need to get a pick. And the rest of the heroes are covering together.
Unfortunately, they've proven time and time again that they can't kill this Underlord on his own. And it nearly always results in a full team fight with the portal. So
yeah,
it's not something that's really feasible. Now,
Radiant structures
the
are
Underlord
fortified.
and the puck being separate, that could work. You could get the
Yeah.
puck, but looks like they're going to try and go for the Underlord anyway. See if they can get enough damage on, but we have seen this one play out before. The BKB on the Quap, so she'll be able to blink on out. Slug's just having to run away as well.
I mean, that is the dream cooldown now, whereas they've still got all those big ulties on.
Mini
screen,
Ravage
so
will
they'll-
miss.
Pardon me, I'm so sorry. On the side of Radiant, but I think Miss Rainy needs to get the jump on his life here, and I don't think even if he gets that, I'm not really sure to what end it will be, because I just think it's worth it.
Gonna get silenced up on the tide and then get taken down before he's got a chance to ravage. Slark jumping in, got the BKB, standing in the static storm, but gonna be able to get the disrupted down. Water is still alive. Nice blast off coming through. Aegis down. Can they get this Underlord? Yes, they can. Just the second life of Muerta to go through yet again, and they'll be able to pick up a team wipe. And I think that could potentially, well, it's definitely going to be Rax, but
I think game.
Are under attack.
it could be game.
I think they go towards tier 4s, force the buybacks and leave.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Or even say, yeah, see, straight towards where at. Straight towards tier 4s.
Structures are fortified.
Force the 4.
We do have the fortify here, so pop the fortify, go for second tier 3.
Yeah.
Buyback coming out from the Quap. Does have the Tide
A
Hunter
gift
up
from
with
the tempest
Ravage
of
as
Radiance
well,
bottom
but
barracks has fallen.
need to be a little bit careful. It's just the two of them at the moment.
Yeah, side a second half of melee barracks. In fact, they're just gonna get full set of racks now at this
Radiant's
stage.
bottom
They
barracks
even
has
traded
fallen.
out the Quap. They even traded out the Quap buyback. Yeah, Dire can just congratulate themselves on the job well done. Just go back. You know,
Luke
They're
just seems
in
to have
no
gone
rush.
really far away.
they're in absolutely no rush to finish. They're in no rush to finish this. This game is theirs to lose, so they're just gonna be methodical, take their time about it, and honestly, I could see them waiting for Roche 3, Return of the Son of Roche, but just
It's up
gonna
in 3 minutes, so it
slowly
wouldn't be
start.
the worst thing to wait. We have spotted out this Spirit Breaker here, recapturing. You know he's about, but he's a little bit too fast, so gonna be
Yeah.
able to make it back to his base in time.
Even gonna starve them out of the next Wisdom Rune coming in 20 seconds, just giving them no foothold back into this game. Honestly, I think it was the best decision they could have made was to do what damage they can towards the buildings, try and force whatever buybacks are possible, and then just stop, just quit while they're ahead, I'd say.
Yeah, there is a
And
Tormentor
that's-
up now that they could take if they wanted to, but honestly, it might be better just to push up towards...
No, I think you take it.
Uh-oh, we are seeing
Why
a
wouldn't-
little bit of fight capability coming out here. So, a little bit of
I'm
damage
saying
coming
that.
out to the Tormentor. They should know it's being done, but back
Radiant's top
I
tower
away
has
to
fallen.
take the tower instead.
Tide does
And,
have an angle problem.
that's,
He goes for now.
those are some dead
Radiant's top
rats. Yeah, both of them. Ravage coming through, but the BKB means that Muerta is just attacking all the way through this, and Slark is still in the middle, but it's not really able to do very much here. The Muerta was ulted and leashed up, so it's a really tricky thing to try and get through. Desperately trying to get something done on this Quap, but ult has already been used, trying to scream through, get these shadow strikes on and these screams, but don't think it's going to be enough.
And even if it were, they've still been megas, and they don't have they don't have the best Megas defense anyway. They've got like the spells from the Quappen. Sure, Slark can.
Trying to chase after here and see if they can get something. They get the break off on the Slark. We'll get a charge there, but it's just another kill over to this Muerta.
Yeah, there's no
And that's a
point, no
courier
way
kill,
that
an
will-
unintentional courier kill.
the
That's
That's always the
bad.
best feeling, isn't it? It's always the best feeling when you weren't even looking. Cool people don't look at courier yet.
And I think that's a dead swap. Yep, just gonna head on all the way in, kill that Quap off. I think that's gonna be a dead set of towers. And I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a very quickly dead Aegis as well. Techi's desperately trying to jump back into the fountain. And kill off this Slark on the Muerta. And GG, well played. Good job to the Robins. That was a pretty convincing victory there. And I'm not really sure I can fault them for it.
Yeah, it was just really, really clean. It was a lot. Yeah, the dragons can hold their heads up high. They were really good back and forth between them for quite a long while, but then eventually like I said, that Muerta just started to really pull ahead, and they didn't have an answer for her. I think that last pick Muerta was pretty perfect. So fair play to
It
whoever
was a
shouted that
good
out.
pick. It was a very good pick.
Not that you're at all biased or anything.
Well,
Not-
it won
not
the
even
game,
slightly.
so it was a good
Yeah,
pickup.
you
It
can't-
was
you
what
can't
they
fault that, really,
needed,
can
and
you?
it dealt really well with the heroes. So I think that it was it was probably one of the best decisions they could have made in that moment, and it worked out really well for them. So good job.
Yeah, it was just again really good, really clean, really good and really clean play from the side of the Robins. And I'm quite happy. I hope that Fleur is happy with herself in particular. The pickup of that Pavis. It's really interesting to see that that's an item that people are still really sleeping on, especially if you consider all the physical damage from the side of the Slark and the anchor smash from the Tide Hunter. There's a really it's can't be underestimated how useful that 300 additional 300 damage barrier really is. Even just the base stats are really good. It's just such a good item, and it's so cheap. Like 1400 gold for 300 damage barrier on an 8-second cooldown. Are you kidding?
Yes, it's a very good item, and those were very good games today. So, GG's to our competitors today. Now, we do have a couple of things to mention to you before we finish the show. So, first of all, thank you so much to Macy, who let us use her songs for today's broadcast. So, you might have heard them at the start and in the middle of this show. Now, Macy is a pop singer-songwriter who has let us use 3 of her tracks, and she has also been played on Radio 1. So,
Very
very,
exciting.
very big thank you to Macy for letting us use her music. We really appreciate it, and it's great to hear some Welsh talent as well. Obviously, aside from us.
Ah, indeed. But that's the really important thing going. The really important thing going on aside from this wonderful Welsh Esports League is to remember that it is currently Pride Month, and this community has been. EsportsWales has been incredibly inclusive from everything I've seen in terms of what my place in the LGBTQIA plus spectrum, and there's going to be a couple of us going to be out and about at Cardiff Pride on Saturday. So if you think that if you're going to think you're going to want to try and see if you can meet some like-minded people, you just you can approach a couple of us. The community manager is going to be there. I'm probably going to be around. You can happily message, and we'll try and make a little bit of see if we can get a little bit of a gathering going. And it's not just Cardiff. There's also going to be events going around in. It's also going to be events going on. I think there's one in Caerphilly just shortly after, and just have a look around, see what's going on in your community, because the protest is never over.
Yes, and it would be lovely to see some of you at our events as well, or events we are at. So thank you very much to everyone for taking part in today's show, and hopefully we'll see some of you at Pride this weekend. And have a great rest of the day, and we'll be back next week to watch some very exciting games. So don't go anywhere, come back on Monday, and take care.
All the best, everyone, and everybody say love.
The edge off. I need someone that can fix me up. You got my mind tripping without you. Feeling my heart race over time, and it hit like a drug spinning without you. Hallucinating your body over mine. You're like a bad addiction with good intentions. I can't give you up inside. You got my heart tripping without you, so high. I got rainbow eyes, 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 eyes. I got rainbow eyes, 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 eyes. I got rainbow eyes. I'm imagining your skin pressing up against my heart. Hear you whispering, yeah, looking like a work of art. I'm seeing double vision, need some adrenaline. My body's on a mission, give me a medicine. Only a touch and take the edge off. I need someone that can fix me up. You got my mind tripping without you.